sake.
But people just know. Welcome to your local scammer.
Who's that?
Who's
that?
Boy,
Who's your local scammer?
I don't know, man.
Hey. All right.
I can do things.
Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time you're listening, hello and welcome to episode 127.
Happy bank holiday.
Happy and then some, yes. And a happy bank holiday to you.
Yeah,
if you are listening to this, it would actually be bank holiday. It would be bank holiday. We're currently celebrating the King's coronation. If you're listening to
that
this
guy
at the
there,
right
fam.
time.
Don't be pledging allegiance. God is watching.
Toby. I said I was going to say that. And what did you both say? Oh, treason. Look at you.
Why not?
Why
would
not?
you say that?
Don't do it. God's watching you.
I
Simple
hear that.
as.
I hear that. No.
My father Jesus knows me.
Thank you. Yes.
He knows my heart.
Thank you. You've
I'm
now
not scared
given me
to
a
say
reason
that.
for why I'm going to say it. I'm not pleading my allegiance to him. The only person that I plead my allegiance to is Baba God.
Father Jesus.
Yep. The Alpha and the Omega.
Yes.
Not
Adonai,
Charlie.
the beginning and the end.
His name is after crack.
El Shaddai.
All right.
My guy.
Man said he's named after crack.
Who's named after crack?
Charles, Charlie.
Okay, not bad Jesus.
No. Not Jesus. Nah, Yahweh.
Relax,
There's many names for our God.
Do that.
Oh God! All right, look, guys,
It's an
listen.
awesome God he reigns.
Remember that every day.
We
So it was
Thank you.
that bit is powerful, man. Just say that.
Mate, we worship you. Oh, Yahweh.
You are worthy
To be praised.
I can't lie. That song,
That can make
it will
you
break.
to your knees.
Oh my goodness.
To your knees.
That force field that you're having on the
What?
Break it down.
You are Alpha.
Oh, and your voice will be trembling.
You're on beats. You're
That's
on
when
beats.
from nowhere you just
My
see.
spirit
No,
holds you.
it's not even that. From nowhere you just say. Someone just shaking.
Powerful.
Someone just
Someone
hitting
is
on the
actually
chairs,
falling
yeah?
down.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, someone's falling down.
And then someone turns around like this.
Yeah. Someone's holding her up. Hold her up. Hold her up.
And there's those people, yeah. I don't know what spirit you have, yeah. But then you're fighting me. I'm helping you.
The spirit said, "Let me go. I'm about to run."
No,
Dad, what's in you?
That has happened one too many times in
boy.
my life. Do you know my mum used to be a faller?
No,
serious.
So was mine.
Wait, was it scatter the chairs faller or was it
To be fair, she's always been quite reserved. So
Okay.
like she'll have like a little moment,
Yeah.
and she knows she needs to sit down. So
Okay,
she'll be
yeah,
like that
yeah.
in the
I've seen
chair.
it once.
Yeah, she's done
seen it
it.
once,
Yeah. But then
the chair one's okay? I'm good
Yeah.
with that one.
No, it isn't. Because if your neck
she
hits
fell back
here,
once.
No,
She
no,
fell
you
back
know
once.
they just lean back.
Oh,
like
when
that
they're sitting in the
and-
chair.
Yeah, just a little rock and
Yeah.
by. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But then there was one time with my mum, like I think it was maybe last year or in the last 2 years. We sit next to each other at church always.
Oh, you got a
And-
slap.
They get slapped, yeah. But like it was shaking too much, and now I have to keep my eyes open,
Yeah.
usher in the building,
100%.
of course. So now I'm looking to my left. I said, "Mum, you're still shaking." Anyway, so she's shaking for time. She's losing her balance, going like this. I'm like, just keep my eye open,
Yeah.
see what happens. She'll gather.
Yeah.
She didn't gather me.
She slide tackled
She
you.
just did a calm, trustful. Hold on, I'm still in prayer. What's going on? Anyway, I've gathered her like this, but she's too heavy for me to lift.
Did you
She's
snap
dead
your
weight now.
elbows?
Oh wow!
So in there like this until my dad came to get her off my hand.
Scattered
She was too
chairs.
heavy. I couldn't lift her up
No,
like
your
this.
dad went.
I say
Just get out of my
the one moment I'll forever remember, from my church was I can't remember the exact service it was, but it was one service we were praying for like 2 hours, non-stop, and it was a very very
It was
spiritual
intense.
moment.
It was
But
intense.
The what I saw was wild. I saw one auntie talking as if she was like the voice of God, like deep voice.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
I remember another auntie running around the room at the same time. Another auntie scattered the chairs. Another auntie just jogging the spot. Another auntie running to a wall. I said, what is going on? Because you aunties are nice. Is this the Holy Spirit or have you guys got some demons in you? Because I'm not
100%. Because in that moment in time, you're
What?
asking, God, are you coming down right now?
Okay,
What is
wait.
going on?
I want to talk about this more. Let's do introductions quickly. I'm Kesi, aka Kesi Boogie in the Cut. What do you do?
And it's your boy, Mr. Tobi, Shabby T, if you're damn well nasty.
And it's Mr. MBT, the world boss.
Way.
Yeah.
Oi.
Right, can we go back to the church thing then? So
Yes.
what's the maddest thing in church that you've seen that made you be like,
No,
so
it's
this
that-
is real?
Every time they
that
scattered
one.
the chairs,
Yeah.
my heart jumped. I jumped out of prayer.
Yeah, I hear.
Because I can't stay in what I've just heard. Someone
It's-
trustful on some chairs.
Bro, there was... Go on.
I think the trustful one, I'm used to now.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I think in that moment in time, the Holy Spirit or whatever's in you, because it could either be the Holy Spirit or
the other way.
or the
Yeah,
other
it
way.
could be.
is saying. If it's
whatever
Holy
it is,
Spirit,
I need to bow down to God right now.
Yeah,
That's
the
what
Holy
they're saying.
Spirit is saying, trust me, you're okay. The other one's like, I'm throwing this body wherever it is. You know when the spirit goes into the pig? Yeah?
Yeah, they're just rolling around. They're rolling around.
Just rolling around.
No, but the thing is, though, it's two sides of that, though, innit? Like, that could just be you catching the Holy Ghost, or it could be
An enemy.
the enemy reacting to the praise. of the Spirit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So
That's
one
why
of
you
the
have to be
maddest
very
things for
careful.
me, yeah. So obviously, like the trust fall and stuff, that's happened. I'm so used to that now, yeah. Speaking in tongues, all that stuff, yeah. One of the maddest things that happened, there was one time we were praying, and it was in one of the older buildings that we were in, and we were praying against a church. So okay, it's a 2-story building.
Yeah.
We had the bottom,
You
the ground
against
floor.
the ones above you guys.
Yeah, but there was just ongoing strife between the upstairs church and the downstairs church. So we were just praying against, like any power, The whole room, no exaggeration. God knows.
Flies.
God is my witness. The whole room full of flies.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. All the windows were closed. We didn't have any windows. The only window in that building was in my dad's office, and his door was shut. Flies came from, I'm talking 20, 30. So I brought out the raid. Of course, I'm spraying the flies. The flies are dying, right?
Yeah.
There were like packs of flies by my feet. And as
What
I've
the
killed
heck?
them and they're dead, I turn around, more flies are coming in.
But do you know the thing about Kesi, yeah?
Do you remember me saying
Yeah,
this?
I do.
Whoa.
But the
Madness.
thing about Kesi, yeah, that thing that she's spraying it in the air. Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, she's spraying it as if it's air freshener.
No.
People can die.
No,
Listen, forget that.
We've
We've got a bigger problem on our hands.
Where
Right.
are these flies coming from?
Right, exactly.
Like, you're talking about
That
we just
threw me
started
for a
praying, there's
loop.
flies.
Teleporting.
It was
Nah,
mad.
man, that's
In
the
the end,
people
when the
from upstairs.
service was
100%.
done, there were like 50, 60 flies on the floor.
Yeah,
no
man,
joke.
that's the people from
Carcasses.
upstairs
It
for
was
sure.
mad.
Yeah,
Anyway.
man, they came
You
through.
might have actually killed people. You know, in Nigerian culture,
Yeah,
people
where
turn
they
into
say-
cattle and all
I
that
mean,
type
but
of
if
stuff.
they were to go to supposed to turn into flies, I'm sorry, but
Well, an
you
agent.
want to meet some sort of
An
end at some point.
agent.
Yeah.
Boy, you didn't meet Baba God. You know where you are.
You know, we try not to speak about Baba God in this place because he's
Yeah.
just too sanctimonious
You know,
to us.
yeah.
But on this occasion, it was good to share.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
come on.
cool. Let's begin with today's episode. Do you have any announcements or anything that we want to share
It's
first and
bank holiday.
foremost?
Yeah.
We've done that. Shout out King Charlie. Have a good coronation, my guy.
Yeah,
Thanks
whatever,
for the
whatever.
banky W.
Yeah,
Yes, and add some more dates if you can.
Yes, please. What I want to find out is if the coronation day is going to be an annual bank holiday rather than just a one-time thing.
I'm going to turn it into a week off, like a half term.
You know, Dave, he's changed the whole ceremony now as well.
You changed up the ceremony. Why?
whole
So you have
ceremony.
dances and everything now.
No. So
Lights.
what he's now doing is that he is trying to make it, how can I say, more well-rounded. So you know the royal family are obviously Christians. Yeah, well, supposedly.
Oh, they're trying to turn it
Christians.
into.
They're trying to make it like open to
Like more diverse.
other religions and all of that type of stuff now.
So what does that mean? What
So,
does that mean?
Obviously the prayers, they're going to be in different languages as well.
Languages or different. As in,
Are we
like,
praying to different people?
Are they praying to different people?
I'm not sure. I just heard different languages. I'm not so
Okay,
different
if it's languages, I guess that's just translation, no?
Yeah.
They want to make so even the people that are doing the ceremony as well. It's not just going to be Christians. It's going to be Muslims,
Okay.
other religions as well.
So Imam's gonna be there as well.
I don't even know. But if you're doing a Catholic church,
Well, that's what I was going to say. Isn't the coronation always in the same place? Westminster
cathedral.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I
Or
don't
is it
know.
Westminster Abbey.
I don't know. But what they've said is that King Charles, he is someone that has always embraced different cultures and different.
I'm not
religions
sure
and
about
stuff
that.
like
That's nonsense.
No.
That's us, booty.
In regards to like before he became king, you know how different members of the royal family, they do their annual country tours where they meet different. Yeah, so that's what they're basically saying.
I really
but that
just
was
think
your.
this is a popularity contest at this point, but whatever.
Yeah, I think he's really just trying to get everyone on his side.
Yeah. Okay. Shout out to that man.
Yeah, shout out to him.
But yeah, man, let's get to trainers, tables, trainers. You know what I mean?
I'm very, very excited. But yes, it's time for You Know It, You Love It. It is Tables Trainers.
Trainers, tables.
Also, another shout out to Jay for providing
Yes.
the best paddy on that day.
Yeah, man. Shout out Jay Link up.
Time.
Yeah.
Now, I'm very excited for today's Table Trainers. I know what you're thinking. Casey, why? I'm confused. Well, to answer that question, first and foremost, if you are listening, it will do you well to come on down to YouTube Town where you can see these trainers in what?
In a real life.
And you will also be able to see why I'm so excited. But if you can't make it down, don't worry. I will describe what's on the table with me today. We have a mystery box in the building.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
So it looks like these are our latest pickups.
Yeah.
First
been a while.
And it has been a while since we've done this. And it's mainly because we haven't actually been picking anything.
Well, no, we have. You haven't.
Anyway, chill, come on.
That's fair.
Take it easy on me.
It's very fair.
Yeah, whatever. In any case, these are our latest pickups. So, to the right of us, we have... no. No. You don't do that. This is Are you done? Right.
There you go.
This is the Nike Vomero 5 in the photo.
Photon dust, my G. That bad
metallic
bitch over
silver.
there.
Bad bitch indeed. This is actually a women's pair, but MBT, this is MBT's pick, sported it in his size. And to be fair, it's a great shoe. MBT,
It's a sexy shoe we have here. This is the replacement for the New Balance 990 V5s that are now not in the bin, but they're just
taking a step back.
Yeah, taking a step back.
taking a break.
back. They ain't coming back. This is the Photon Dust. Now, like I said, yeah, this is a very slept on trainer.
Okay.
They still have it in full sizes in many stores. If I could, I would get a second pair, but somebody won't allow me to. And I get that, it is fair. But this is a great trainer.
Okay.
The colorway is great. I love the metallic. A lot of people, I know the reason why they haven't bought this trainer is because of the silver and the metallic, but I think it makes the trainer, it's very, even though I said it's the replacements for the New Balance 990 V5s, it is a close. What happened?
Shit, Nike, man. Y'all got to do better.
What happened?
Stitching mess up.
There's
don't
always
worry.
a stitch
Don't
in
do
mess
that
up.
to me right now, yeah?
There's multiple
Shit, man.
But one thing I will say, this is definitely one of Nike's, if not the best Nike GR I've seen in a really long time.
yeah.
It's a great shoe, great looking shoe, and also it's casual. You can wear it like you wear your 990 V5s, but also you can wear it to the dance, as MBT did yesterday.
And I'll never be doing that again.
Only because of the color, not because it's not appropriate, though, right?
Yeah.
It's a good shoe.
Someone dropped drink at the back of my foot. I felt it. I was like,
I
never
saw-
again.
I felt drink slide out my leg too.
And
And
he
it's
was
so-
wearing white Air Forces as well, innit?
But it was the Noctis.
CLBs.
Yeah, so it was
They held up well, innit?
They do.
It's a
They
good
do.
shoe,
And
man.
and you know when we were complaining about the way that it just spreadishes.
Yeah. It's
not
holding
that
itself
bad.
out,
It do
yeah.
be spreadish,
Yeah,
though.
but it's not too bad.
It's not too criminal. You don't look and it's like, oh, wow, penguin.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, got you.
What is so mad about those Air Forces that mine are just sitting there? I don't really wear mine anymore.
You don't really wear Air Force then.
That's the
I
thing. You don't
think
reach
so.
out. You don't reach for them. Shout out to the Vomero. Now to the left of us, we have the Salomon XT6 in this beautiful chocolate colorway. This belongs to me.
Chocolate.
Yeah.
The Solomons, the way they've now surged, like it was a very underground trainer. If you knew, you knew. It's now gained its popularity, and I definitely feel like the reason why it's gained its popularity is because the sneaker market is very saturated with the same old stuff, and people are now moving towards alternatives, hence why New Balance has had this surgence, Salomon's had its surgence. And the good thing about Salomon is that the colorways that they're giving us right now are sick.
So
Salomon's is a really good palette.
yeah. One thing about Salomon, they know how to pick a good color scheme. 100%, 100,000%. I was gonna say the rise in Gorp Core and Arc'teryx and all those things. They were searching for some sort of exclusivity, and Salomon was giving them what they needed. But the best thing about it is, like you said, the color schemes are crazy. I think so. I wanted the orange pair for a very, 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 very long time, and then I couldn't.
I'm
get
happy you
them.
didn't get them.
Yeah, me too. So I couldn't get them, and I ended up settling with these pairs. But I think they're absolutely stunning. I'm just really struggling to wear them.
Oh, serious?
Really? You could have worn them today.
You're not Gorp. You're
Probably.
not Gorp.
I'm not Gorp Core. I don't have the rest of the things that makes this work for me.
You have pieces of it though.
I have pieces of it. So
But she
I
doesn't
wore
have
it
the
with So I wore it with jeans the first time, and you guys said it was fine.
Yeah,
but
I'm.
no,
You're gonna have to
man.
get those.
I'm not gonna lie,
Get it.
cargos.
It did look good on you.
It looks like, thank you, I appreciate that, but I feel like for the way that I wanted to style them, it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
So I'm just still trying to work out what that looks like without it just being my default grey tracksuit, grey combats. But it's so good to look at. Like, I just enjoy looking at them so much. They're really, really
They are very
gorgeous.
nice.
Great shoe.
That is the type of trainer that if you're going past a size 9.5, That shoe ain't looking good on you, man.
I don't even. Not only that. Like, if you have wide feet like me, I can't.
Have you tried a pair on?
I have, and I can't.
Really?
Yeah,
So
man, it
I've
doesn't
got
work
quite
for me.
wide feet as well, and I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm a bit
man.
like
That baguette be baguetting.
There's no
I
movement.
just want it to loosen up my burdens, babe.
Oh, it squashes in.
Yeah, it's a bit much. So I find that there's not much room
Yeah.
for
I hear
leeway
it,
here
yeah.
because it's stretched.
But
It's
as-
actually stretched thin.
As an outdoor trekking kind of shoe,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a great
It's
trainer.
waterproof, so the materials are not what you would
Yeah.
expect. But it's saying that at the same time, it does have its comfortable aspects too.
Yeah.
It's a comfortable
Yeah.
shoe.
Yeah, they've done well.
The front
maybe it's
is
'cause
still
I've
toe
only
caps,
worn-
bruv.
Yeah, it is, but it's fine. It actually is fine. For me, the issue that I've had is the back.
Oh, so
Okay.
Yeah, man. Next
It's
time I
sharp.
wear it, I need plasters.
Damn.
I might need to break into them, but
Do you know what's
I need
mad?
plasters.
That front, yeah, if you kick a wall, that toenail is bleeding.
that's the whole point. It's something's supposed to drop in your foot when you're going trekking or you kick a stone or something like that.
You're
It's
supposed to be
protect
okay.
you. They're really good at what they're built for.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
I was just gonna say one thing. If anyone is interested in buying these, I would definitely go up a size.
Yeah, one
whole
full
size?
one
A
full size.
A whole size. This
One
is
full-
this is a 7.
Yeah,
Interesting.
one full size. You need that.
This is a 7.
You need
Yeah.
that because it's so rigid.
Yeah.
It's not like the Vimeras or other trainers where you
No.
know you could just go half size
No,
down
full,
and
yeah,
it will
I've
just
got
stretch
full size.
itself.
On all of my mirrors, so
I see you, boy.
yeah, man.
I see
half
you.
gang like that.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
10 and a half right there. Actually, that's
Anyway,
11.
on the pedestal today.
I need to see. No, I need to hear it first. I need to see it first. No, let me see it first.
I'm
No.
very excited. All right, guys. So obviously this is Toby's pair, and me and Michael don't know what it is. So it's going to be a first look for all of us. Okay, I'm going
love
to show
that,
the
though.
camera first, and then we can take a proper look.
All right, so we're gonna
All
close
right?
our eyes. No, let Toby put it to the camera. We
Oh,
close
yeah,
eyes.
yeah, okay.
Oh, put the whole box.
No, open up the thing. Oh, your eyes closed.
Yes, of course.
All right, my eyes are closed as well.
I'm not a liar.
I'm really excited.
So tell us to open our eyes in countdown from 3.
Okay,
Alright, cool. 1 sec. Let me just get them out of the box.
I'm really excited.
Yeah, I like this. Well done, Toby.
Yeah, good shout. I want a drink though.
You want a drink?
Yeah, I've got it. Don't worry.
Right. Okay. So, in 3, 2, 1, open.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
The orange accent in the back is mad.
Yeah, that's tough. I like that. That's cool.
That
So
is mad.
This is the A6 Gel 1130. I don't know how they really do it, but it's A6X, a brand called House Studios from Australia.
Crazy.
Okay. I get the Australian vibe.
Yeah. It's supposed to be like an earthy shoe. They actually brought out another pair.
I can see
The
it.
first pair they brought out was last year, which is lighter tones, but it was basically the same model. But yeah, this is their second run with A6, and the battle I went through to get this shoe
To get these.
was
Really?
unfair. That's when I noticed, that I'm very, very out of the scope when it comes to buying shoes.
Okay.
Why'd you
explain.
say that?
I do not have to run this battlefield online anymore. I went everywhere, and it was just a battle. And the thing is, it was a general release. Some places had raffles. Didn't win one raffle anywhere, no matter where I signed up. Even my niche spots didn't win it there.
Damn.
When they got to the
Smell.
GR releases, the shoe was sold out before it even came out. As soon as it dropped online, gone.
It's gone.
It made no sense.
Long day.
And I finally went to Foot Patrol when I went for my sewing class. Shout out to you.
It's on the day of your sewing class.
Yeah. So
Well
I went
done,
to
man.
Foot Patrol and there was the last size left, 8.5. Grabbed it straight away.
Sick.
Thank God.
I'm not gonna lie. There's nothing beats the smell of a fresh trainer.
Yeah, that was good.
Shit.
That was a good smell.
This is like crack in the 80s, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's very good.
Damn.
Babe, your whole nose is in there, bro. Take it out, man.
Nah. Do you know when
He put
you?
his top lip
know when
in
you-
there as well.
You know when you do the wine.
All right. Okay, so MBT, does it deserve a doodle it? Ooh, a bit ASMR. Okay, wait, I want to do something. Okay,
So-
ASMR for the Gel 1300.
Yeah, no, you know what,
Here's
yeah?
the mid song
Sorry.
and the orange back tab.
No, but you haven't done this bit.
Oh, let me land.
No,
did you want me
this
to do?
this is the bit you haven't done.
No, I haven't got there yet, man. There's
said
the
the back
tab.
tab?
Hold on. The leather.
No, that's actually some good leather, actually.
Yeah, it's good leather. The mesh. The laces.
You know what? Yeah, this gets a.
Does it get?
No, yeah, no. You know what?
I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
it's because I was trying to synchronize it in my mind.
Yeah.
I get the execution of this is great, by the way. in regard when you said the earth tones and everything, I was like, it totally makes sense.
It definitely hits the brief.
How's the sizing?
It's calm. I got 8.5. I normally wear 9, but I got 8.5 and it's calm.
Yeah, this is very nice. This is very nice.
So I'm in two minds. I do actually. I like the shoe. I can appreciate it, and I think it will suit you.
Yeah, it will definitely suit him.
I think it works, and I like the fact that it's unique. Would I personally buy this? I don't think so, but I can appreciate it.
That's it.
I can
like
appreciate
when I did it, it's not always coming from. If it came from a place that okay, can I wear this trainer? Then it's a bit unfair and biased.
Yeah.
But in regards to like execution, the comfort of an Asics, I'm telling you, I thought New Balance was comfortable. Asics is a whole different,
it's crazy,
whole different ball game.
Yeah.
The orange accents, I love it.
Do really like the orange accents.
The tab at the back, it's different for me, but I hear it. The inside, I looking at the inside sole as well. What's the thing inside? The insole. Yeah, I like the orange insole. I know that's going to be a very comfortable insole.
Really comfortable.
Very comfortable insole.
It's good. It's a good pair, definitely.
Yeah, this really screams earth tones. Really screams.
Good shout, Toby.
Thank you.
Well
How
done,
much
man.
does it retail for?
145.
145, not bad.
Retail currently was 400, but it's now
Shit!
it was 400, but now it's dropped to about 220, 250.
Still bang. Still money.
Kablams, man.
Still bang.
Okay, all right, guys. That brings us to the end of a very mysterious, very elusive, but positive table trainers.
Trainers,
tables.
Whoa. Tables trainers?
Trainers, tables.
Thank you.
Wait, I'm looking at the news here. So, guys, every single week we come with the latest news about music, fashion, sneakers, and what's popping in the culture.
Come on.
So, the first thing on the list, what is the TS AJ1s?
It's a Travis Scott Air Jordan 1.
We should have just said Travis Scott because that's what's TS?
What the heck is this?
What's TS? So, thank you. Now that I know what it is. Okay, cool. The Travis Scott Jordan 1s came out. These are the low ones. This is the last release of the Travis Scott Jordan 1 franchise. What, in general? So no more Travis Scott?
No more Travis Scott.
Mad. So, there was a release. Was it this week? Was it this week it released?
Yeah, today's Monday, so
last week, the Air Jordan 1 Travis Scott released, and none of us got the trainer.
Not zero zilch, nada, nothing, dilly squat, nothing. Even from the lady in the room.
None of us got the trainer. The one thing I'm going to say about this release is that I'm disappointed. I would have expected the last release. I understand that they made it a women's trainer and it was women's sizing, but similar to what they did with the Photon Dust, where it was a women's trainer but brought it out in exclusive sizes, I would have expected that from the Jordan 1, especially if it's their last one. And the thing is that if we really look at every single Travis Scott Jordan 1 that released, it all came out in full sizes, which means
not for women.
Not for women.
No. You couldn't get anything smaller than a size 6.
Oh, serious?
No.
Wow.
So the average size for a woman is a size 6.
No, that's not true.
No, it's not. Definitely not.
It's like a 5 or a 4 or 5, yeah.
Shit. Okay. Shit then. Anyway.
But even still, women should be afforded the ability
100%.
to get a Jordan in a smaller size.
I thought they came out in full sizes.
Didn't.
If I knew that, then okay, I understand. But at the same time, I really feel like the last pair should have come out in full sizes, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, F them. Not Nike. Just them.
Who's them?
Whoever they are. They're bad there. F them.
Them
people at the top.
I can't lie.
The powers that be.
And this is not a funny laugh. I'm gonna go crazy laugh. I didn't get one pair of Travis Scott's and I entered for every single last.
It's clear
pair.
to
When
see
you say
it's not on the table.
Every pair.
No, he's talking about across the board.
Across the board, across the whole family, franchise, everything.
I didn't enter for every single one. I only entered for the 720s. I entered for the Air Forces, and I entered for these ones, and I entered for the fragments. Obviously, Dilly Squat in it came up short.
Man.
This particular one, though, I think for me the maddest thing is that I didn't enter with Offspring.
Yeah, you messed up there.
You would've
Big fat dirty L because I would have got it.
Yeah,
you would have.
I would have got it as a woman. I would have got it.
I didn't enter because they didn't do my size because I stick to the rules.
But there's a question I want to ask you guys: is that what are your thoughts on the whole release from Travis Scott? Do you think it was good for Nike? Do you think it was needed in the scene?
The franchise as a whole.
The franchise as a whole.
It's probably one of the best carried out franchises that they've done in a long time.
Since the Off-Whites.
Agreed.
They didn't ruin the shoe.
Agreed.
Their colorways were solid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every single last one.
The only one that wasn't solid was the
black pair,
fragment. No, the white and blue ones.
Okay, so I knew you would say that, but
The
really
high
and truly,
tops.
yeah, I wouldn't say none of them were terribly ugly.
Okay.
Yeah.
They were doable. I wouldn't buy that one, but it's not like it's like
It was
It
a criminal.
hit
It was a
for
criminal.
someone.
You know what I mean? So I feel like as a collective of all the shoes, actually no, tell a lie.
The 720s.
Those 720s were clapped.
I really like them.
The 720s were
I
clapped,
thought the 720s
personally.
so cool.
And I thought the Air Maxes were clapped as well, but
Which Air Max?
Air Max 1s.
Oh, I forgot
Yeah,
about
you know they
those.
got bright yellow and they
that
bright
was
brown.
that was their worst drop. The
But-
Air Max one was their worst drop.
Similar to how I felt about those Jordan ones, the high top. I feel like it's the same for those Air Maxes.
The
as well,
720s.
where It wasn't a trainer for you.
Yeah.
But there was a whole bunch of people that were receptive to that.
And
trainer.
me being one of them.
Yeah.
I like them.
Let me be honest. I think the colorway on the 720s was good.
So
but I don't like the
cold.
silhouette personally.
But I think it just looked like a cool dad shoe.
Yeah.
I really thought it worked. I thought it worked quite well.
So what would be if you look at the whole release
Yeah.
from the Travis Scott brand?
Yeah.
What would be your top 3 Travis Scott
easy.
trainers that came out?
The first high ones, they're not a personal favorite for me.
The first ones, the brown ones that came
with the
out.
backward swoosh.
It's got to be your
It's
best. What do you
legendary.
say? Are you saying personal best
Your
or
personal
Personal favorites.
Yeah.
All right. The Air Forces, the patchwork Air Forces.
Yeah.
Okay.
These, I'll come back to the 720s. The low brown
Ones.
ones.
with the backwards tick.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it has to be the 720s for me.
Okay. Mine is the low brown ones.
Mm-hmm.
Then the fragment ones, lows.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will actually say it's a toss up between the I think they're calling it the reverse mocha ones or the
The low ones.
yeah,
Yeah.
or the black ones.
The black ones were very cold.
Yeah, I was a big
They're
fan.
They're
of
going
black
They were
for they're going
quietly
for
cold.
all right
Reasonable,
price
about
right now.
500.
Good, about 500, yeah.
So
I think for me would
One
be the low brown pair,
Yeah, the first
the
one.
fragment lows, and would be it would either be the all black low ones that they've released
Yeah.
or the Air Forces.
okay, that's fair.
The patchwork one.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have that zip thing. I would have thrown it
Oh,
away
100, that
time ago.
zip thing needs to be
That needs
destroyed
to
as soon as
be
you
Yeah.
buy it.
long gone.
Yeah.
I did really like the Air Force, the white Air Force with the silver swoosh, with the chrome swoosh.
forgot about those ones.
Yeah, the older ones
those
as
are nice
well.
too,
Those
yeah,
are
those
nice.
I
are
didn't
nice.
like. I was gonna call
But
out
they
the
were
fours,
limited.
but I didn't really like them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those
yeah,
are-
yeah.
They didn't really even come out like that.
Drop
So
like that.
Oh, we're forgetting the fours too. Actually,
And the fours and also the dunks.
the dunks.
The dunks
which
were good fun.
fours?
The
Remember they
blue
brought
ones.
the blue fours,
Look,
the blue
these
those,
ones.
and then you've also got the
And
friends
the
and family
sixes.
fours that didn't really come out.
yeah, the sixes. I'm not a fan of the
Dunks
sixes.
as well.
Well,
I forgot about the dunks.
Those dunks.
Let me see the
Those
dunks.
dunks were dumb steak.
Yes.
It was a good time.
I'm replacing that.
Yeah, I'm replacing the
I'm
black ones for
replacing
those.
that. Yep, I'm
Okay,
replacing it.
so
'cause those
these
dunks
are
mad.
all of the Travis Scott drops.
Okay.
Alright. So okay, no, sorry. So look, okay, hold your phone. So look, okay, so what would be, okay,
Yeah, I
so
can't figure out what's
what
up there, I
would be,
hope so.
what would be, okay, what would the
Oh, the
best?
PlayStation ones too.
Yeah, they weren't that great, Toby. They
the
were
PlayStation
limited.
ones were not bad. I like the colorway.
Do you know what? Yeah, the unreleased, or I think it was friends and family purple ones that never came out.
These ones.
Yeah. Oh, dumb
The
stupid.
720s are very cold, you know.
I
Come
don't know
on,
about
man.
that, man.
Give them a break.
That purple pair, I actually wished I had access to them because out of all of them, that would have been my top.
Okay, so my top 3, looking at every collection that's here, it is the low jaw, and even these ones I wouldn't even buy, but these ones,
Yeah.
I think
Beautiful.
they're
brown
I think
pair,
really
they're
gorgeous to look
beautiful.
at. Yeah, I would never wear it,
Beautiful,
but I appreciate them. These Air Forces, the patchwork Air
Yeah.
Forces, and the
The
720s.
720s
I think the
are cold.
720s are cold.
The 720s are cold. There's certain people that have worn the 720s, and I'm like, yeah, you
They're
did a
fire.
madness.
Yeah,
You did a
not for me,
madness.
man.
Let me find out how much they are. I want to look into that.
Yeah,
If
I've-
anyone has
yeah.
any 720s, Travis Scott's in a size 6, you call me.
So,
Yeah, the brown
have a
pair.
word
The
with
brown
you.
pair will definitely come home with me. The Jordan 4s.
I wish.
The Jordan 4s. If they
The blue
actually
ones?
came out, no, the purple ones. If they actually came out, that would be me.
Go on, Toby,
That
what
would
about
be
you?
me.
Yeah, no, I'm still sticking with mine. It's the low browns, the fragment ones, and then the dunks. I'm gonna have to check the dunks. in
Yeah.
there for
So you
sure.
wouldn't
Yeah,
get the
yeah.
Jordan 4s.
No, not the purple. I'll rather get this brownish one or whatever it was, the one in between.
Okay, yeah, I hear
but
that.
yeah, not the purple one. But ultimately,
He's done a
ultimately,
good job.
he's done a really good job.
He's done a really
and he
good
brought
job.
quite a lot of pairs.
Yeah.
And he did it, except for that terribly Timberland boot 6.
Which one?
The
British khaki
That's probably the
Jordan
worst.
6
Yeah, those were bad.
was
That's
the
probably the worst
worst
one.
drop.
They were
and
bad.
No disrespect to anybody, because I know there are people that listen
Nah,
to this
disrespect. That
listen
shit
to this
was
podcast that
ugly.
own that trainer.
Yeah.
That trainer, yeah, I have to really question, do you really, really like the shoe, or was it because that was your first Travis Scott win? Because that trainer was brazen.
Yeah, you said
So
no.
right down to the
what's your
pocket.
bottom 3 then?
That
Bottom
one,
three, British
Yeah.
khaki.
the
That
Air
one?
Trainer as well, the Hirachi looking one, that one there, that
yeah.
Air Trainer.
I hear that.
And let me
This
see
shit right here, fam.
Yeah,
Which one? Let me
any
see.
one of the Air Max ones.
That one
Pick a
there.
Yeah,
color.
the MS ones that could all go out.
Namely the yellow one.
Yeah.
Nah,
Disaster.
Travis Scott. After Virgil, I'm not gonna lie, he is
That's
next.
what that was
He's
going to be my next question. Between Travis and Virgil, who brought the better collection
Virgil.
as a whole?
Virgil. Come on, man. Have some,
Virgil's
have
collection.
some respect, man.
Virgil's collection.
Okay, let me be real.
Wait,
here.
wait,
Outside
sorry,
of the
wait.
first tenure on Virgil's collection,
Ask the question again.
so between Travis Scott's collective of shoes and all the shoes that Virgil brought out, who has the better
Virgil.
collection?
Because let me tell you. Do you know how?
Tobi!
No, let me
What's
tell you
the
the reason.
question?
Let me tell you the reason why it's Virgil. Firstly, outside of the 10, remember all the Air Forces they released. Yeah.
Yeah.
The blue pair that nobody got their hands on
Yeah.
and was screaming for. There was also a silver pair with the off-white sole that had air at the bottom of the corner. Then he brought out the Jordan 1s. He brought out the red one. He brought out the blue one. He brought out the white one. He brought out the yellow one. That alone has destroyed every single pair that's
Yeah,
there.
true. That's fair.
Virgil fucked it up like
It's
a bad
it's a good-
bitch.
reason why
That's
it's a
what
good
he
question
did.
is because they both had really good runs at Nike.
Oh yeah,
They
100%.
did,
For-
but
they're
Virgil
probably
did
the best runs
loads though.
in a long time.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Virgil, what Virgil did, he wouldn't have been able to do what he did.
Did Travis come out before Virgil?
No, Virgil came out
No.
before Travis.
Yeah. Virgil
Yeah.
came out first.
If Virgil didn't do what he did, Travis wouldn't have the ability to do what he
yeah,
did.
either 10 alone is mad, bro.
The 10 is crazy. The,
The
Prestos.
Prestos.
Yeah,
What the heck?
The Prestos are the
Prestos.
ones for just
If
absolutely stupid.
even
Yeah,
the Air
damn
Force,
stupid.
even the Air Forces that yellow in like 10 days, yeah, those are cold.
The,
when
Jordan,
they're on
the
ice.
Jordan 5s, the dunks that you
The
had, the
dunks?
green ones,
I know. I just
which
feel
you should not have sold.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace, Virgil.
Gotta get that money, man.
Oh God,
What happened to Virgil?
for real? That's what happened to the shoes. Yeah, Virgil definitely.
Virgil,
Yeah, he clears it, man. Come
yeah.
on.
Well
man.
done to Travis. Honestly, you did a
He did a great job.
Yeah,
A great
100%.
job. And actually, I do feel like it's quite understated.
Yeah.
Travis, we didn't make too much noise about obviously the resale money was there and
Yeah.
like it was very clear that it was valued. But as far as like giving Travis his flowers for what he did, this was a great collection.
Do you know
Great
the
run.
reason why I feel like we couldn't give him his flowers is because the way the scene was at that moment in time. Like at the peak of Travis releasing a lot of those trainers,
It was go for everyone.
it wasn't even yes, for majority of people it was go. But I think for us, we were so tired of the way the scene was, where we were like, it's coming out, it's a great trainer, but we know we're not going to get it. So we just kind of just put it to the back burner and just didn't really focus about it.
Virgil shoes were more accessible for some reason.
Because that was at the beginning of the releases.
And
like
there were loads of
raffles
them.
were brand new then.
There
So
were loads
if
of
you was it's like anything new. If you adopted to it early, there was a higher chance of you getting it.
Yeah.
People are looking at raffles and like, why am I joining a raffle?
I
should be able to go
remember
to the
that
store.
period. That very
Yeah.
weird.
It was
period.
awkward.
A great time
Yeah.
for me.
It was a great time for you because you got two.
Yeah, I got loads of shoes. That
Mate.
time.
Anyway,
Shit
next
now.
thing on the list
Yes, sir.
is that we got an update on Jonathan Majors.
Years.
Yeah, man.
So, to those who aren't aware on what is happening with Jonathan Majors, he is an actor to start with. If we
A
weren't aware
great
of that.
actor, man.
Yes, he's recently rose to a different level of fame.
Boy.
And his most recent job, as far as I'm aware, was his role as Kang the Conqueror in Ant-Man, also known as the MCU, the whole blah blah blah, this whole
Yup.
thing. Yeah, cool. In light of that happening, we also got word that Jonathan Majors had been abusing his ex-girlfriend or girlfriend at the time, and she had filed a
Injunction.
A report.
police report charge. I don't know. Anyway, so he was charged with
Sexual assault.
was it sexual assault or was
think
it
it's-
assault?
I think it's sexual assault. No, assault. Sorry, assault.
So he's been charged with some sort of assault charge, and there was a back and forth. There were a lot of people debating. You know, it's not right to
Try and
get
get
a
a
black
person
man
down
down.
when he's up.
He's,
Yeah.
he's rose to fame. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, so the latest on that is that Jonathan Majors' partner, or the person in question, has been granted a temporary restraining order. And also, there are more women who have risen up, also who've come out and said that they are willing to testify in court where the girlfriend is not.
Taking a trial.
So, long day for Jonathan Majors. On that, Tiffany Haddish.
Who's that?
Oh, Lord.
You remember the funny comedian from Girls Trip who's since been cancelled?
She's cancelled.
So she's been cancelled in like the last year. You know, cancelling isn't really real, I guess.
Oh, cancelling is very real.
In the last year, she's been like massively cancelled because there was a skit or something that she was doing with another comedian who's also been cancelled. And it was about, if I'm correct, trigger warning, either paedophilia or it was just a mad skit.
Where do you get to a point in time where you feel like it's comfortable
mad
to do
skit.
that?
It was a mad skit. Anyway,
Read the room.
It came out and it was just like a long day for her. Let me just double check. I just remember it being something mad.
No, but while you're looking at it, cancellation is real because look at the baby.
Well, he came out at Ashake's concert.
But the thing is, even though Ashake is
song.
Ashake is Ashake, but it's one of those ones that he's Ashake in the grand scheme of things.
Okay, that's fair.
In the grand scheme of things, if he came out to Jay-Z
Yeah.
or whoever it is, or Beyonce, then I'd be like, okay, cool, he's not cancelled. But Ashake, that's like in African pop culture, he's big.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of this world that we live in,
Yeah.
this guy's a fly on the wall.
Fair.
Child sex abuse.
Shay!
And she had a case against her as well. It was a whole thing. Like, it was not a good time. Anyway, she's been cancelled ever since and dropped and da-da-da. And she was one of the people that came out and said, you know, Jonathan, there's no evidence. No one can prove it. So
made even
keeping
worse.
a black man down. Yeah, she's done out. So,
You know his career is
was
tarnished right now.
Jonathan Majors, he's been
Yeah.
dropped by a lot of these
his
Yeah.
PR
these
company.
companies and stuff. And
That is mad.
Boy.
Once you get involved in that realm of things and you get involved in like assault and all of that, like there is no like grace. There's no grace. It's
Bro, and there shouldn't be.
no.
Why?
I like before, back in the days before it was now a huge focus to like really like crack down on assault and all of that.
Yeah.
Before someone would scream assault, but it wouldn't get acknowledged as much as it was. People just go on with their lives and then for some reason that person will now get back on the TV screen. This guy's career has basically just started
Yeah.
and it's ended as quick as it started.
Yeah, I mean, I hope whatever's happened gets rectified, and I hope that whoever needs justice gets it.
Justice, yeah.
But yeah, it's just it's mad. I guess it's too early in the day to be saying anything about anyone. But what I will say is, and this is my only thought on it, is that people shouldn't be quick to like reject the idea that someone
he's telling the truth.
is telling the truth because it's someone that you like and someone who's doing a really good job.
Sure.
I hear it.
And I feel like Jonathan Majors has actually, there's been a long line of people on Twitter as well. Before he really blew, there was a tweet from one particular guy who worked in the industry and he was like, there's one particular actor who everybody is absolutely loving right now and he's a really nasty piece of work and he beat up my friend and blah, blah, blah. And then the news came out about this guy's girlfriend pressing charges and he was like, bingo. So it's definitely not a first time thing. I'm just hoping that, you know, whoever needs to see the good side of the law sees it in due course.
Yep. Okay, swiftly moving on. The Met Gala is May the 1st, right now.
Today.
The Met Gala, well, not in GMT. No, it's actually BST, British Summertime. But we're talking.
Are we in British summertime
Yes,
right
we
now?
are. Yes, we are.
I'm clear. Can't see it though.
So, actually, yeah, you can, because 7 o'clock is not 7 o'clock anymore.
True say.
So, yes, it's May the 1st and it's Met Gala time in the US. So, later on this evening, British Summertime, the Met Gala would have started. So, what are you guys' thoughts?
Well, let's start off with the theme. Theme is Karl Lagerfeld. May he rest in peace.
Yeah.
So the expectation is a lot of black, a lot of white.
Yeah.
A lot of black, a lot of white, a lot of Chanel.
A lot of Chanel.
Yeah.
A lot of pearls and some
Extravaganza.
Yes.
Did you know that
suiting
guy?
Galore. And avant-garde suiting. A lot of gloves, a lot of black sunglasses.
Yeah.
White hair.
That's if people even follow the thing. You know, people.
I don't think people do the white hair. Surely they won't go that far.
We don't know. Someone might do costume. But what I would not want to see is Balenciaga. If I see Balenciaga on that runway, it's not Karl Lagerfeld. It's got nothing to do with Karl Lagerfeld. I do not want to see no strap-ons, no what's that thing called BDSM, or the chains and whips. I don't want to see no balaclavas. I don't want to see none of that. That's not Karl Lagerfeld. Please, let's come sweet, sexy, and stylish. That's what I want to see.
Can I say one thing? Yeah, there was one thing I read this morning in regards to Karl Lagerfeld. Yeah, did you know for whenever someone did a shoot with him for the first time. Whenever someone done a shoot with him for the first time, for example, like a model came to do a shoot with Karl Lagerfeld, do you know he gave them a Chanel bag?
Yeah, I heard that.
He gave them a Chanel bag.
Was it Naomi Campbell that said that, or Kim Kardashian?
I don't know. I just saw all the reports.
You can smell it too.
What the heck?
You can smell it too.
The sewage in this place.
So did you see my face?
Yeah, I did.
I was like,
I smell shit.
Yo, it's really come through the vents.
all right,
really.
let's take a beat.
Damn, that is 100% pure shit. But yeah,
Like this. That's it, pepperminty. Let's go back to the matter at hand, man.
Damn.
yeah. So as I was saying,
Focus.
sorry.
What
Yeah,
on
no,
earth?
I saw you sniff. I was like, what are you sniffing?
What's that?
Then I smelled the shit.
I first thought it was getting really cold for a second. I was like, why is
No.
it getting cold? It was blowing. And then
It
I
was
saw
blowing cold
And
shit.
as the wind blew more. Cara.
Either someone shat in their vent
and then
or
turned
someone
it up.
Yeah, that's it.
Turn the vent up.
The thing is, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes rich people stink.
How did we get
I'm not gonna
there?
lie, man.
Anyway, Karl Lagerfeld at Met Gala.
So this guy, there was another thing that I read that he drinks like Diet Coke. He drinks 10 cans of Diet. Well, God rest his soul.
Yeah.
He drank 10 Diet Cokes a day. Like this guy
That can't be
was not
healthy.
normal. Was not normal at all.
Cannot be healthy.
Oh yeah, and he loved to smell chocolate. He would smell chocolate 30 times a day, but he never ate chocolate throughout his whole life.
So that's what you're consuming, the smell.
Yeah, that's why man stayed skinny. You know Sharon from EastEnders with her legs.
Oh.
There you go, people going to Met Gala. There's some things that you can channel.
Yeah.
Smelling chocolate, drinking a can of Diet Coke,
Lord have
and
mercy.
giving me a Chanel bag.
Yeah.
So, Lagerfeld has
Lagerfeld.
Kali. There's a lot of what's the word? Controversy, and he's been deemed as someone that's quite problematic because he is he's always body shamed in the past and like made it very clear that he doesn't deal with plus size. He doesn't respect.
Oh really?
Like, yeah, and I believe that he was he racist? Did I push that? Let me just read what it says here. It says, according to Time magazine, while the fashion industry has long been critiqued for its lack of inclusivity, especially when it comes to larger bodies or race, Lagerfeld had no shame in deriding bodies, particularly women's bodies, though he also struggled with his own body issues, going as far to lose 92 pounds in a year. An experience he documented with a 2005 book titled The Karl Lagerfeld Diet. Lagerfeld frequently offered unsolicited critiques to other public figures like Adele, who he called too fat, and Heidi Klum too heavy, with mocking movements like body positivity and making outrageous claims that anorexia was not as dangerous as junk food and television, and that fashion is the healthiest motivation to losing weight.
Wow.
So he said also in a magazine interview that no one wants to see curvy women, and
I think that's a lie.
of course. You've got fat mothers with their bags of chips sitting in front of the television and saying that thin models are ugly. The world of beautiful clothing is about dreams and illusions. Okay. So he's fat phobic and he's not ugly enough to be a feminist. Jesus Christ. All right. It's not looking good, mate. It's not looking good. Yes.
So has anyone come out and said they're going to boycott the Met Gala because of this?
Yes. So the Twitter... There's an account, the team behind the high fashion Twitter Met Gala, I don't know what that means, sent out a tweet to say that they wouldn't be holding their usual digital companion event to the annual Met Gala because
they don't support him.
Yeah, because of the theme. So,
so no celebrities to come out.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't know who those people are, but also celebrities.
Yeah. Anyway,
but it's definitely a controversial theme.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I hear it. He looked kind of weird anyway. Anyway,
we'll look forward to see what comes out.
Yeah, 100%. We will keep you guys updated.
But do you have any predictions? I do like a predictions. Do you have any predictions for best dressed?
No, because the one person that I would have thought would have done a madness, he is not there.
Who?
I would have thought Jonathan Majors would have done quite well.
Maybe. Oh, he's not going to be invited.
No
way.
Jonathan Majors. That guy can't dress for jack shit.
He does a good job.
He doesn't.
When he wants to pull out something random, Like not his actual dress sense when he's dressing, but when he's on magazine, when he's on magazine shoots and stuff like that, he's done
awake.
very well.
Oh, with the cowboy jeans.
He's just done very well.
He has.
With the
It's just
cowboy
been-
boot jeans.
Doesn't matter. It's been tasteful.
And the guy from
Very
Candyman
good.
as well.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah, no, he's great.
He's
but
great.
I feel like the one person that could have done it is Gunna, and he's not gonna be there.
Oh, maybe he might. That's sad.
he
He
ain't.
won't.
He ain't, because I'm not gonna lie.
They'll boo him with tomatoes.
We're still on the fence right now. We don't know what's going on, and like they said, we will not know what is going on until Thug comes out.
But even with that, yeah, just before we go back to the Met Gala, yeah, did you see that Young Thug put Gunna's Drip Season 4 link in his bio, in his Instagram bio? So them and our boys, bro.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah. If you go onto Young Thug's Instagram right now, you'll see a link to Gunna's album there in his bio. He wouldn't do that for someone that he's beefing. Come on.
I hear
That's
it.
his boy.
And the thing is, I know
We need to give him a break.
What we need right now, yeah, we need for Thug or someone that's speaking to Thug or his lawyer to say something for Gunna to be able to live his life again.
Gunna
Oh,
aside,
Lord, he's taking it out.
Gunna aside, for the Met Gala itself, though, Gunna wouldn't, even if Gunna was on Young Thug's side and people started to come to that and feel like, okay, yeah, cool,
That's been
Gunna's
taken
cool.
out.
Unless Gunna has some sort of popularity right now, no fashion brand's going to take him on. Because the
Yeah.
fashion brands that put people in the clothes that allow them to go to the Met Gala,
Yeah.
it's not Gunna saying he wants to go.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah,
you have to have
exactly.
some sort of popularity,
Yeah.
so he wouldn't be there anyway.
Yeah,
is
so
what it is.
what do you think? Do you think that Pharrell is going to wear Louis Vuitton or do you think he's going to wear Chanel?
He's going to wear LV.
Ooh,
He's going to wear LV.
He has to wear LV.
It's for Carl though.
He's
But
gonna wear
but at the same time, as he is creative director of Louis Vuitton, he's also still an ambassador for Chanel.
Is he?
Yes.
Ah, I didn't know
Interesting.
that.
So
I think
Really?
I think
Yeah.
you'll still wear LV. though.
Mad.
This is your chance. Do it. Make it work.
might as well. It's like what's his
He
name
may
as
come
well?
out.
It's like
No,
I swear. Wait, Kim? No, is it Kim Jones?
Yeah.
Kim Jones. He still works for Fendi, doesn't he? Or does he stop working for Fendi? Because I think he works for Dior and Fendi.
I need to double check because I know he did a collection with them, but I don't know. Let me see. I shall find out for you right now.
I think so.
But yeah, what do I think he's gonna wear? I mean, I feel like the right thing to do is wear Louis Vuitton, but for Carl,
I would wear Chanel.
I don't know.
Let's see anyway. I'm going to swiftly move on. Anyway, next thing on the list, and I'm very disappointed with this because it seems like even though this is probably one of my biggest...
You were right. He
Yes.
works at Fendi as well.
Yeah. Well, even though he's one of my biggest inspirations, I'm very, very disappointed with this because it's the same shit every single day. Yeah. Pharrell and Human Race are about to release. Actually, it's a collaboration with Adidas as well. You know, as soon as you hear Adidas, you know it's a big fuck up. So they're releasing the Samba colorway. What is new, Pharrell? What is new? Because you did the Adi color and now you're doing the Human Race version. This is the biggest crap I've ever seen in my life.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
It should not have come out.
So it is the Addy color, it's the super color, a thing again, but with Sambas, with Human Race, and this time it's £380.
You've
retail.
done
Is it 380 or was it 170?
£380, my guy.
I saw
And guess
170
what?
confirmed.
I
Guess
saw
what?
380.
Guess what? This is the third time he's pulled off this bullshit. This is the third time he's pulled off this bullshit. He did the Adi colors twice and he's done this again. He has fucked up. You have no taste when it comes to Adidas. Right. Yeah? What is going on?
What's his problem?
I don't know
do you know what?
he thinks is going on.
What's
there.
his problem?
I think he's trying to
170.
boycott Adidas.
170.
170.
Yeah.
I saw 380.
Yeah, 170 on
Show me.
confirmed.
Look at it.
He's so rude.
Look.
They're actually ugly.
He's trying
He's
to
so rude.
He's trying to boycott Adidas.
Yeah,
That's the only thing I can say right now.
He sat in the room and said, "What about if we make them multicolored?"
Like we did before.
And someone in the room said, "This is a mind-blowing idea,
Mate.
We have never seen this before."
I
He's mad.
yeah.
He's mad. Something in the water. Something's in the water.
That's a mame water.
Something is in the water with that mess.
Do you know what?
What's his problem?
What do you know? What? Yeah. Do you know? Who, I'm not gonna lie. This is going to appeal to the Asian market.
It's not appealing to anyone.
It's not appealing to nobody.
No one
What
wants
Asian
that.
market?
No one wants
it's
that
gonna
anymore.
appeal to the Asian
Who
market.
is wearing a bold color orange shoe?
And why? The thing is, yeah. Because,
Samba.
Wait. Because this
Fat
is,
tongue.
That's what I was gonna say.
Large. Like
There's
this.
two types of sambas, yeah. There's a normal sambas and then the samba fat tongue that used for football boots. And they gave the football boot one.
The one where you fold the tongue over.
What the fuck?
No, but that's the samba that where everyone's wearing right now.
No!
They're not
No,
wearing
no,
the tongue
This is
round.
the football samba.
Everyone's wearing the tongue that's like this. This
That
is like
one
this.
even sometimes
This
folds
is the
over
one
sometimes.
when you fold the
man.
tongue and you wrap the lace over the tongue.
Yeah, man.
Like a gift.
Anyway, nah, you know what, Pharrell? Whenever you team up with Adidas, I don't know.
Why the heck has the Samba got a bib? I don't get it.
Son, the thing is, yeah, the culprit is obviously Adidas.
No, it's for
No, it's Pharrell.
When everyone gets the
Pharrell.
cahoots
Do you know
with
why?
Adidas,
Do you know why? Do you know why? Yeah, because when Adidas are on their own, they don't bring this out. when Adidas get in a room with Pharrell.
When they both get in
I hear
the room,
it.
that comes
So
out.
who's the common denominator? It's
Pharrell.
Pharrell.
Yeah, Pharrell and Adidas don't gel. They
Hey.
don't gel. They don't gel.
Do you know what? That's actually so mad.
Not
Because
as bad as Sean
Pharrell.
Witherspoon, though, but continue.
No.
No.
The thing
He's
is,
the
yeah, because
biggest cock up ever seen.
at least Sean Witherspoon can give us one good thing
Ooh, at Nike.
at Nike.
Different brand.
No, but come on, the
Pharrell's
superstars
give-
weren't that bad.
Pharrell's
No.
giving us a good thing
The
at other places.
superstars
The superstars
weren't that bad.
They
The
weren't that bad.
superstars weren't
They
that
gave them away
bad.
for free. Remember
Do you
that?
let me tell
you.
let me tell you something, yeah.
Remember that one.
Those superstars remind me of a child drawing on a piece of paper.
I'm not gonna lie, it probably was his baby son that
Okay.
gave him that design. I
You
can't
know,
lie.
in those American shows, yeah, those old school American family houses where the daughter's riding her tricycle and it's got the
little
tassels on the
tassel
end. That's what he did.
Oh Lord,
Yeah,
have
it
mercy.
Nonsense.
It wasn't a good show.
When anyone gets in cahoots with Adidas, you better pray that God's gonna
No,
be
this
right
one. This
beside
one
you.
is down to Pharrell and something in the water.
No, the reason why I'm
This
saying
is something
this
in the water.
is
Human
because-
race head ass.
Yes, this is an issue because the only thing Pharrell brings to the table is color. Yeah,
You know-
and it's not even let's try different palettes. It's primary colors.
I already know you that a song's gonna come alongside this, which is gonna be
Oh,
very
100%.
happy and
Yeah,
joyful.
oh, 100%.
I ain't ready for this, but whatever.
100%.
Good luck
But
to them.
swiftly moving on.
Yes.
Someone else that has been fucked over by Adidas is Jerry Lorenzo. Jerry Lorenzo bought out a trainer. Yeah.
Oh, you don't like him?
No, do you like him?
I want to see.
That's
it
the
in
real
person.
question.
I just want to see it in person.
Oh, Tobi.
No, let me. I'm not gonna make. I'm
Open
not
your
making-
cheeks.
God forbid. I'm not making any rash decisions. I wanna see it in person.
Is this the return of the space cowboy head ass? I'm sick of this.
I can't lie. That
Oh.
You're gonna wear a basketball shoe.
That Farragon runway show, yeah. I sat there expecting nothing less than what I.
100%. 100%.
I was
The
gonna
damn
say.
thing I've
Look,
seen before.
Let me. Do you know what? Yeah?
I said, "Wow,
I wa-
this is the same."
There's really no change, huh?
I'm gonna send you guys an interview, yeah, because I
What?
watched an interview of Jerry Lorenzo, yeah, and the fashion industry, yeah. It was Business of Fashion that
Yeah.
had an interview with him, yeah. The guy that interviewed him, I know his thought process was like, what he was basically saying is that, what are you giving us that you haven't given us? So he was like, when he was like, so fear of God, like, where does the luxury element of it come from?
Yeah.
And he was like, it's just how I feel.
Oh,
It's-
brother.
no, listen. It's just. You need to
That
watch
guy-
it
that
because
guy's a
I'm only
shaman.
paraphrasing.
He's a
He's
shaman
like,
for
fam,
real.
100%. He's like,
He's taking Yal's money.
it's just how I feel, and I feel like those that wear it, they get it. And the guy was like, okay, so obviously the jumper that you're wearing is the Pharaoh God line. So yeah, explain to me how the luxury side of it comes, because he was like, yeah, it's a hoodie, but the minor adjustments that I make, such as like the excessive drop shoulder, that if someone wears it, they feel good.
Let me be real, yeah. Pharaoh God does very, very good basics that you will not be able to get in every store. Hear me
Yes.
out. So a lot of the shapes here that you see in Pharaoh God are stuff that people would like to have in their wardrobe.
Yeah.
But you can't get it everywhere.
Yeah.
Fair.
And that was his point.
Hold that there.
Yeah.
That's fine. But there's only so many collections you could do that with. I cannot see a difference between his first collection and now. Colors are the same. It seems like you're still bringing out the same tracksuit bottom, shirt, blazer, overcoat,
Yeah.
whatever. That's the same palette. So my issue with Pharaoh God is, yeah, you can't be charging 200k for an outfit when it's the same thing that I've seen 10 years ago.
Come on.
There's some stuff in the collection which I've seen that I like. Okay,
Like the
that's
suit.
nice.
The
I
suit
like
was
that.
nice.
Okay, that's cool. That's nice. As a collection, there's no difference, and you did not need to do a runway show to show me what you brought out in season 1.
In Zagna or wherever it is.
And what you brought out in the Fairy God Essentials. Now, hear me out. I recently bought a pair of trousers here on sale because I will not buy Fairy God full price because it's too bloody expensive. I bought a pair of Fairy God trousers on sale, right? The company fucked up. They sent me Essentials by Fairy God. Now, I didn't know Essentials by Fairy God does these trousers, but they basically do the exact same trousers in Essentials by Fairy God in Fairy God.
Yeah.
You have 2 lines that are doing the same damn thing.
But one's affordable. And
No. We ain't gonna accept that. You have 2 lines doing the same damn thing. Just because you decide to use cheaper materials on a lesser line, but bring out the same silhouettes, that's evil. I can't lie. You are not doing anything special.
Do you know what? It's not evil. It's just one of them ones where he knows he has 2 markets and he's giving them the ability to get the same thing for a cheaper price.
You're not doing anything special. You haven't done
100%.
anything special for over 5 years, bro.
100%.
5. We're in
10.
2023. It's been 10 years.
10 years.
Remember
bro.
how long he's been running with Kanye? He's been doing that all his life.
And he was wearing that back in the days when they were wearing pirates.
Same clothes.
But the one thing I can say is that Jerry Lorenzo has perfected the hoodie.
So this is it, right? I think Essentials is amazing.
Oh,
and
it's
I
beautiful.
think this is kind of like what we were saying before we got here. When you have a lane, it's really good. If you're the best in that lane,
be the best.
Be the best in that lane. You don't have to take it far.
Yeah.
No one's asking you to be the next Pirate / Off-White / whatever.
Just be
You
Essentials.
could have just done Essentials and smacked Essentials.
Yeah.
Which he did.
Because now what
he's
you're
doing.
giving us is Essentials and Fear of God Basketball and Fear of God Athletics and Fear of God Zenya and Fear of God whatever. And it all looks the same.
And Fear of God Nike with the tearaway pants.
Come on, man. You got to miss us with that.
Anyway, next thing on the list is Levi and Jones will be releasing the collection. It's a Levi jeans. Levi jeans with the Jones print on the Levi stamp.
That's it. It's literally a Levi jean and it's very small. On the back tab of the Levi jean where
And
it's
it
the
says
brown.
Jones.
Just below the Levi branding that is huge.
Yeah.
Right next to the size, you will see Jones.
Yeah.
That is it.
Yeah.
If you are interested, it's coming out on May the 5th.
Yes.
The one
and it will
I do
take
like
all
the
your
shade,
money.
though. I do like the
Which they
shades.
have in their standard line,
They're
yes.
501s, no?
They're standard 501s.
Ooh, I like that.
This is another Denim Tears or a what's the other brand that people like to buy? Gallery Department Faux Pas.
I will never buy Gary Department, but I like it. I can do it. I will do it.
Yeah, you're gonna get fooled because that's a pair of normal 501s, bro.
But it's not Jound.
It's a normal 501.
So
there might be a bit more starch in it, maybe.
I doubt it.
But
No, they won't be because it's Jound.
The
Top quality.
what we need to also understand, is that even though it is a normal 501 jeans, the little specifics such as the
Jounds?
Jounds in the pocket, the Jound in the corner, it does add to it.
It doesn't add.
Okay.
It's you that's saying add.
Toby.
Because the thing is, it will be only you that will be able to read that Jound on the trouser.
Yeah.
No,
When
100%.
and that's before you put it on. Once it's on, you ain't gonna see that
You know what,
shit.
yeah? Let me tell you something, yeah? If I see you in the queue.
No,
yeah?
shall I tell you
if
what?
I'm standing
there's
beside you in the
difference,
queue
there's difference,
online, yeah?
there's difference. As a guy that wants to make money, that's different.
Toby.
I'm not gonna be the guy in the dance wearing a jeans saying they don't even know I'm wearing.
They don't even know I'm wearing Jounds.
They
They don't even know I'm wearing Levi Jounds.
All right.
Then up on this.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry,
do
guys.
you guys think that Jounds
It's rubbing this England and this world.
have missed a beat?
No, I don't think they've missed a
Nah,
beat.
it's-
They found their lane,
Yeah.
and they're executing their lane. Jound, I'm not gonna lie, because the reason why you can't say that yet. Move aside the Levi jeans. Jound have done some crazy things.
Yeah.
The New Balance, all their New Balance collection, have been fire.
And it makes me wonder because the Bapes.
No, that was a fuck up.
No, but
But-
let's be real. The only mess up with the Bape shit, if it was the right materials, I think the Bapes would be perfect.
No,
You know what? I think they released that at the wrong time.
Bang on.
Which one are you talking about? The
I
white
could-
and grey?
I could do either. If either of them were the right material for me, I will have them both in my collection. Well, I did have them both.
Oh, sorry.
But it wasn't the right material. Put it that way.
But wait, the grey one did better than the blue one.
Yes.
So we need to put the grey one to the side. The blue one is the one where they did the fuck up. And do you know the reason why they fucked up? Because they released it at the same time we called a recession.
Because he lives.
Yeah, because he lives, and also because they increased the price
Yeah.
and did nothing on the trainer,
Nothing,
gave
yeah,
us
no,
nothing.
nothing, yeah.
So
The
the
tongue
reason
was
why-
smaller as well.
The reason why I was saying that they missed a beat, or they've been missing a beat, is that I am all here for simplicity. You know me, I'm a simple girl. Okay, but when it comes to a collaboration, there needs to be some sort of distinction so that I know that you exist and it validates the price. So with the Bapes, obviously at the time, Jown's legendary thing was like white and grey. That was their bag.
Yeah.
So obviously it made sense, and Bape hadn't done that colorway, so it made sense that you know that was a collab. The white and blue one, which looked like black anyway, we'd seen that before.
The marketing,
and
was
I'm not going to see the Jown at the back when I put my trouser on.
Yeah.
So I don't actually care about this.
Yeah.
And it's now the same thing with the jeans. Although the jean jacket is kind of cool, and I do like the beat.
Yeah.
I do like the beat, and I like the t-shirt also. I would never wear it.
Let me see the
it's got a
t-shirt.
pocket.
I'm not gonna lie.
Jacket will probably be £500 though.
Yeah, I want the Jown Asics.
It's giving
though.
$380.
5. Trust me.
I want the Jown
prices.
Asics though. Anyway,
Okay.
so swiftly moving on. So LV released some merch. Yep. What was the collaboration with? Because I didn't.
Something in the Water, which is Pharrell's festival.
Yep. So they released a collab. In that collab, there are a few t-shirts.
Yes.
The t-shirts are cold.
It was
T-shirts
merch.
are great.
Yeah, merch. Yeah,
It was
whatever.
merch. It was merch.
Wow.
It's still a
It
t-shirt.
was for the Something in the Water festival, which is obviously led by Pharrell, so you can understand why they did it. And it came with a number of t-shirts and also a jacket
Yes.
and something else as well.
Now, question number 2. Was this merch price or LV price?
LV prices. There was £700.
No, my
It's
dad.
LV prices,
£700
for the
t-shirt.
t-shirt.
Yeah.
no, my
T-shirt's
dad.
cold though.
Yeah, no, I saw the t-shirt. I just didn't know if it was LV prices or if it was merch prices.
This jacket is fun. I like the
It's
beat.
amazing.
Yeah, I love the jacket.
I like the
love
beat.
jacket.
Gorgeous.
That means when he wore the jacket, when we saw in the picture of him and Nigo, it was actually that jacket that he was wearing.
Yeah.
Sick.
Man.
So basically, you turn up at the festival, go to the merchandise section, and they say that will be 500k.
So
Yeah.
it's available on the website, but yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you
Another thing that I like that Louis Vuitton have done, they've released a new batch of LV sneakers.
they tried to go back to the originals, right?
No, they could never go back to the original. They went back to the ones that I have.
Yeah, no, in terms of not the silhouette, but the
Color.
colorways.
Yeah,
The block colorways. So those were the first few colors, except for the black shoe that they brought out.
the green ones.
Yeah.
the first ones,
The red
the
one
first
as well.
green ones. They're still 2 different shades of green.
Yeah, it's still different shades again, but the idea behind it, they tried to go back to their original
Yeah.
set. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
expensive.
the only one I like is the blue pair. The red pair I don't like. The green pair I don't like. The blue pair is very cold, very
Alright.
cold.
Moving
That's
on.
it. Anyway, next thing on the list is Tom Ford. So as you know, Tom Ford has sold his stake in his own company. He sold his name to LVMH.
For $2 billion.
Yeah, for $2 billion. He's a billionaire now.
Yeah, he's done well.
He sold his name. He sold his brand to LVMH, and he had his last runway show.
Yes.
I didn't look at the clothes. I didn't look at the clothes.
I'll show you
But
right now.
the one thing I will say is that hats off to Tom Ford.
Yeah, what a legendary
Amazing run. Amazing run.
For his
Amazing
whole
run.
career. His brand, I'm not gonna lie, whenever I see his brands on shops like Mr. Porter, I'm like, fam, it's so cold,
Very clean
but
stuff.
I know it's too expensive
It's a
for
different
me.
bracket.
Like
Yeah.
a suede jacket's like $4,000.
Tom Ford for me has always been a high. That's the definition of high fashion.
High fashion.
for men's
Yeah.
fashion.
Yeah.
Personally, I can't talk for women's fashion, but men's fashion for me, I've always seen Tom Ford being high fashion.
Yeah.
like this is like what I would love to be able to wear if I
Yeah.
could afford to wear it.
Yeah.
because they do a lot of good stuff, like from their glasses range to their perfumes and aftershaves, to their clothes and their shoes. And
Yep.
it's just all
Yeah.
so very well done. But in terms of Tom Ford's career, his time at Gucci is absolutely legendary. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
his whole run, he stayed relevant no matter what way
Yep.
he's been.
Yep.
Yep.
And I feel like ultimately he's at a point where he's been able to sell his company at such a crazy price, number one, because of that relevance that he's
Because of the value.
Yep.
He's an
It's-
actual
boy.
creator, which I could actually say has done very well.
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%.
Totally agree.
Hats off to Tom Ford.
For sure.
Hats off to Tom Ford.
God,
Really
there's
is.
some looks here, man.
Serious.
Oh, God.
Yeah. No, do you know what? Yeah. Even though I wasn't like.
thing was done.
Even though I wasn't watching him when he was at Gucci, but it gives me like, guys, like.
What he did at
rem-
Gucci,
Brazy.
brazy.
Yeah. This just reminds me. This just gives me, because like I said, I didn't watch it, but it gives me that
Yeah.
feeling like, guys, like.
Expensive shit, man.
No one's like
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Nobody's like me. Like, I did this.
Very much like true to his name, fucking fabulous
Yeah.
type stuff.
Yeah.
I've still got my the Tom Ford Gucci heels that I have.
Yeah.
I've still got those. I think I'm just gonna hold on to them for a little bit.
Yeah, they might
While
be
that
worth a
price
bit. Is it the brown one?
increases. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a Tom Ford design.
Yeah, that one. Yeah,
Legendary stuff, man.
It's nuts.
It's cold pair. It's just difficult to walk in.
Yeah,
that's all.
100%.
Yeah,
There's
very
no way of
tough.
making that comfortable at all.
No way, Jose.
Is it because of the small heel?
No, not the heel. It's like a thong sandal. Have you seen this?
Yeah,
heel
I know
that I
what
was
you're
talking
talking
about.
about,
Yeah,
yeah.
That thing there. Just dig.
Yeah,
Every
okay.
step you take.
Just cut your foot.
Cut.
Anyway.
Like John Wick.
Another thing on the list is H&M.
H&M and Mugler.
Mugler released a collaboration.
They haven't released it yet, have they?
It's not out yet.
It isn't out yet. It isn't. Okay, well, we've seen pictures of what they're about to release.
Yes.
From a men's perspective, I'm not really a fan. I don't really care.
Yes.
But the women's side of thing is cold.
It's looking all right. So it's going to drop on the 11th of May. H&M have already released the designs. They look kind of cool. I like the beat. It's very typical to like Mugler stuff.
Will you buy those damn jeans?
No, I will not buy those damn
Those
jeans.
imitation
Those
jeans.
BBL jeans, bro.
They
I'm not buying them.
not right, man. They didn't
But
even-
if
they missed the
I
beat.
bought the Mugler jeans, so basically it's like
Yeah.
it's the legendary kind of. I'll show you in a second. It's like legendary style jean that is for bills. Like it's a good.
Yeah,
it's
man,
expensive.
It's expensive.
And then H&M go and make the same one for like £79. Are you sick?
But it's not the same personally because
Quality-wise?
the Mugler jeans, basically they show a lot of leg at the same time as covering up at the same
skin.
time. No, like it's
These
just a
ones, but the
weird.
skinny
I don't
ones.
know how to explain it. But H&M basically copied that.
Okay,
in
that's
that
a
design.
smart design, you know.
It's a very smart design. It looks very cool, and it's something that you would expect to be very costly because of the design aspect of it. But H&M went to go and do it, and I just said, "Yo, this looks bad."
Because the thing is,
it's
yeah,
like chaps.
the way they've got those cuts in the jeans, it then emphasizes on like your shape.
So that's what Mugler, God rest his soul, that's what all of his designs were about. It's about celebrating the feminine body and the women's body and like the sensuality of it. So everything that he does has that kind of contour and that shape. So shout out him, God rest his soul. I hope the collection looks good because from the pictures, some of them are looking like it's booty.
And
That's
that M belt was, oh lord.
So bad. What's going on, M-Town? We shall see.
Anyway, next thing on the list is
please.
Stranger Things. Stranger Things don't want to give up. When we think that thing is dead, it comes back again.
It didn't die in the last one. It
No,
just
it
got
didn't.
pushed
It
into
didn't.
Another
Yeah.
dimension where it
pretty
is.
much, yeah.
Mate, now, from what we can see as the front cover, that ginger girl,
Yeah, she's basically back, but she's still KO'd.
no, she
Eyes grayed out.
Yeah, her
Which
eyes.
ginger babe?
The
You know the
girl,
that she got taken by what's that guy's name? The mind flayer.
yeah.
And she
And she
The
has
one
to
that
listen
had
to the music.
Yeah.
So she's the
she's
one that's
basically-
up
she's
Yeah,
next.
back,
she's
but her eyes are still
she's
X'd out.
the what's it called?
The mind flayer.
The body
the
he's
vessel.
taking over.
Yeah, the
thank
vessel,
you,
yeah.
Anyway, next thing on the list.
Wait, it's coming back in June. So
Yeah.
next month.
year.
Next
Boy.
month.
I thought it was
Next month.
2024.
It's
It
May.
says filming
Yeah,
on
it's
which will
2024
kick off.
when it
Oh,
drops
mad.
out.
Okay. All right. Next thing on the list. They shouldn't have released it this early.
Boring.
Then.
Yeah, then.
Next thing on the list, because I'm not going to be sitting on the edge of my seat. I'm not
What?
ready for it.
Late 2024, even 2025.
Yeah,
Listen
don't
to
worry.
them, man.
No, they shouldn't have released it. Should have released it last year. Next year. Next thing on the list. So, a great show, a great series has now come to an end. We spoke about in our last episode. We spoke about the whole process of them creating this show. We spoke about the episode before the last episode, which really hit us. It knocked us back for 6. But Snowfall has now come to an end.
Ah, man.
It has come to an end, but it is definitely top 3 series I've ever watched in my life.
It's up there.
Yeah, big time.
Hands down. Top.
up there.
And
It's up there with the best.
I can't say top 5. It's top 3. Top 3. The reason why I'm saying top 3
Yeah.
is the emotional attachment
Yep,
this show
yep.
had on everyone.
Yep.
We were talking about how long this show was going on. This show was going on for 6 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. 6 years for you to be tied to a show like that
Yep.
and really waiting for it to come out. No show has done that in a very long time.
And they never skipped a beat on each series too.
Yep.
Yep, it did. Even at the end, it wasn't like many shows right now where you can see where the budget was really running out.
Yeah.
The budget wasn't running out here.
Yeah, and they really told the story well.
Yeah.
Yes.
From
Yes.
beginning to end.
There wasn't.
100,000%.
I was never left ending a series or an episode thinking I wish to explain something a bit
Yeah.
more. I feel like they did everything perfectly. The actors and actresses that they used on the show
were
were
great.
spot on.
Yeah.
Yep.
No one missed a beat.
No one missed a beat.
Everyone knew
Yeah.
their role and
Yep.
they played their role very well.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you actually saw the growth of actors, especially
Yeah.
Damson Idris himself.
Yeah.
You saw the growth of him as he went on. Not saying that from the first season he was doing bad. He was actually really good in the first
Yeah,
season.
but
you saw his character
development.
growth.
Yeah, he really
it was
grew.
really amazing. They got all the details down packed. You know when they did the intro, you see Snowfall. It linked to the series to see
Yeah.
what was happening.
And you saw the breakdown of
we
the
saw-
of the actual logo.
Yeah, it was amazing. Like
Yeah.
you saw it going from the standard. Was it
High
was it-
living?
Yeah, high. No, in the beginning it was like the blocks. That it was really like
Yeah.
the growth thing. You saw it grow, and then you saw it like really solid, like money looking.
Yeah.
Then it got to the bit when it was about to break down. It was like explosions
Yeah.
everywhere to the
To the
explosion.
end where it was dust,
yeah,
then
it
it was
turned into
grey.
dust. Yeah, yeah.
Detail, the detail
Didn't
was
even look
absolutely
at it like that.
there.
It was
Yeah, no, I
amazing.
did 100%.
Absolutely
But
amazing.
I think one thing that Toby said that I really, really like is the growth of all the characters
Yeah.
from the very beginning. Like
Yeah.
Toby said, it wasn't that the characters were bad, but you could see the character development throughout every single season. So Damson Idris, Leon, his character growing and him becoming the person that he became. Because I didn't think Leon was going to become the person
No,
that he
I
was at
didn't
the
either.
end.
I didn't
Because
either.
Leon and Damson basically switched roles.
Yeah.
Essentially, somewhere along the way.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think one of the best things about this show is that it felt so real in so many ways.
Yeah.
Right down to the way that they did not try and like glamorize or romanticize what this really is.
Yeah. Mhm.
People that are important will die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's
People that
what
are
I loved.
significant will die.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I loved.
And
the
they
thing is,
didn't try and, like-
no one was out of the scope of being
Yeah.
able to
Yeah.
die. Like,
Yeah.
no one was above.
Anyone can
the
get it.
reality
Yeah,
of
Damson
it.
and anyone,
could have
no
got
one
it
was
as
above
well.
the reality. That's
Yeah.
what it was. And I think, to be honest, I'm really like pacing ourselves before we talk about the actual
Yeah.
final episode. But I genuinely think, as far as like the whole show goes, the one thing that I love is that it was very realistic.
Yeah. Mhm.
Franklin did go to jail.
Yeah.
Leon did have to beat up someone he didn't want to have to beat up.
Yeah.
He came
Yeah.
back. He did have to go back to selling drugs. Like
Yeah.
you don't just come back from Ghana and you're brand
Yeah.
new.
Wonder
You had
was-
to go
Wonder
back and
was
do
a
what he was
crackhead
doing.
that
Wonder
then
really
he
was
fell
a
back
crackhead.
into it.
Yeah.
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 And Franklin's goody two shoes neighbor was also affected. It doesn't matter how the character was created in the beginning. Everyone's gonna get it.
Yeah.
The mum
Yeah.
lost her morals. Like everyone lost it at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
She lost it
I
throughout the
think
whole
that
show,
was great.
to be honest.
Yeah, but okay, let's talk about the final episode.
All right.
Let me ask one question, yeah? Thinking about it now, yeah? Who was impacted the most, character-wise,
Character-wise.
By
in the whole show?
by everything that happened.
Yeah.
What am I allowed to say, Franklin?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
Franklin.
you can say
It's
Franklin.
100% Franklin.
Definitely Franklin.
I think it's his mum.
No, I wouldn't say. it's
Based
the
on
mum.
based on what?
Based on the fact that looking at her as a mother, yeah, you had a child, you groomed this child to be a good child, because in the beginning, Franklin was a good boy, working hard and everything.
Yeah.
Yep. Seeing how your son turns out at the end,
Yeah.
makes you as a mother regret everything that you've done leading up to this point.
Yeah.
Her husband died.
Yeah.
Her brother died. Yeah. Her family is broken. She killed a law enforcement agent. You are now in jail for
For life. You're never coming out.
You're never coming out.
I hear it.
At the same time, your son's now come to you. You've now had to decide in your mind that
You're gonna have to
I'm
protect
leaving you to your own
Devices.
devices. In the last episode, because we're now about to talk about it, when she saw what her son said to her at the end, she accepted that I failed as a mother. I understand what you're saying in regards to Franklin.
Character
In regards to like his progression and everything. The reason why I allowed you guys to still say Franklin is because at the same time I think it was too easy to say Franklin, because Franklin's journey is like quite a few people in this world where okay, they go through the whole like selling drugs and all that.
Yeah.
We're not talking about in this grand scheme.
Yeah.
It's easy to kind of get into
To
this.
say, yeah.
But for a mother to see her son rise and fall
Yeah.
like that, and now you're questioning who you are as a mother and
Yeah.
how you taught your child, that one is the...
I hear it. I mean, there's no real way of quantifying how badly one
Yeah.
is affected
Yeah.
versus the other. But what you're saying, the mum saw, Franklin actually like lived. Like that is his life. So it's not
hear
just
it.
about the fact that he got the money. It's the fact that who he had to become. This is somebody that was just going to uni and was just planning to be intelligent. He never thought he was going to have to kill someone, that he was going to have to shoot at his friend, that he was going to have to go to prison and fight someone just because, that
Kill
he was
his
going to have
friend.
to, right, exactly, kill his friend, that he was going to have to be fighting with Israeli arms dealers and be fighting the not FBI, CIA.
Yeah.
And like,
DEA.
do you know what that does to someone? To always feel like they're on the run. They've always got someone to kill. There's someone that always wants to kill them. You now have to run the neighborhood. Right. You can't be a friend to Leon anymore. You have to be his boss. You've got to run your uncles and your aunties and like all the things that he had to do to become that person.
Yeah.
All the people he had to kill to become that person, to make this money.
And then watch it all get taken away.
Right. And I think that
Like
the thing about the money thing, which is why I understood why Franklin was in so much pain about it, is that Teddy sold him a dream.
Yeah.
When it comes down to all of it, what Teddy did was foul.
Yeah, for sure.
And like, we don't think about that so much because of how nasty it made Franklin, but it doesn't change the fact that he was severely violated in a massive way.
Teddy,
6 years of like doing all of this, building all this money, and Teddy just said, "I'm going to take it away because it never belonged to you. Are you all right?"
But do you know what? Yeah, because me and someone spoke about this. Yeah, it's so mad how when Franklin was interrogating Teddy, and Teddy made it clear that it was a power move.
Yeah.
To make it to remind you that
I'm where you are,
like
you're not the guy.
That's it. Like I will always be superior than you.
And so in that moment, I just feel like we're talking too much on it. I just don't want to spend too much time on it.
It's not nice.
But
man.
I just feel like, as far as the ending goes,
Yeah.
that was the best ending we could have been given. It was the best last episode.
I was
ever.
not left thinking that I wish something was explained. That's what I'm trying to say. Nothing that needs to be explained.
Yeah.
That is an open shot. Close the book.
Yeah.
We're done with that. We don't need anything else. We don't want to hear anything else.
And a lot of people were saying like, "Oh, why didn't Sissy just wait 10 more seconds?" I'm so happy Franklin didn't get the money because that's not how it works, bro.
It doesn't,
that's not how it works.
That would have been a fairy tale.
That was too easy.
That
would have been too easy.
What?
Too
Someone
easy.
steals 72 million from you, you get it back over the phone, and the CIA guy that's standing there just lets
there.
you go free. Come on, be for real. Let's be serious here in this place. So,
but the thing is, the one line that I loved loved out of the whole show is where Franklin actually said like to Leon, like, now I'm free. Like,
and I love that it was so full circle because that's what he said in the first episode in the first season.
Yeah.
That's what he said when he was in the because he used to work in the off license that he got that drink from when he was like, "Oh, do you have $20?"
Oh, wow.
That was the shop that he used to work in when he was getting like little money at the beginning. And someone asked him like, "What do you want to do as you're doing this? Like, what do you want?" And he was like, "To be free from all of this." And that's what he said at the end, that he's finally free. But it's like, it's
At
free
what
from
cost,
something
man?
that you put yourself like, at what cost? Like, you're done now, and now you're just like your dad. It's sad. It's really, really sad.
He was never like his dad.
He was an alcoholic, like his dad.
Oh yeah.
It's done out, man.
Makes sense.
Sad.
It's mad. Okay, I'm gonna swiftly move on
Show.
to these next few points because we're an hour and a half into the episode.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go through these real quick. V-Loan is about to release itself again.
I don't know why they're doing that.
No,
bro.
the reason why is because what's his name?
They got rid of Bari.
Bari, obviously they left Bari, and obviously I'm not gonna lie. At the height of V-Loan was doing a madness.
But it's not doing the madness anymore.
It's not doing
Right.
madness anymore.
And we're
So just
past
make
that
it-
time.
yeah.
Yeah. So
No one's
when
doing that
I saw the article about it, paraphrasing, it's very underwhelming. After how many years of you kind of like putting the brand to the side, you now want to release it again.
Yeah,
it's not the right time. I don't think they understand how much ASAP Bari has tarnished that brand.
But at the same time, how much a link to ASAP Bari also increased that brand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Him
But
not being there is a big loss too, just to say. It's a big loss.
do you know the reason why I'm saying it's not a big loss is because
It was
if
really
he
held up
stayed
by
there-
ASAP Mob, though, for real.
That's what I'm
really.
saying though. But there's no link to ASAP Mob anymore.
There's no one from ASAP Mob at
ASAP
all.
Bari was the only link.
No,
And ASAP Bari and ASAP, there's another ASAP that.
There's
that
another
made-
ASAP
was another
that made the
ASAP.
brand, but they're both not part of it anymore.
Oh really?
Oh, I didn't know it was
Yeah,
both
bro,
of them.
That's it then. Yeah,
Yeah,
V-Loan
they're
V-Loan is relaunching this year, 2023. Do I really care about V-Loan?
No.
The only thing I still like about V-Loan till this day is
The
the
Air
Air
Forces.
Forces.
And it'll
That's
never
it.
come back. So
Yeah.
That's it.
Long day.
Another statement is God rest his soul. Jerry Springer.
Yeah, man.
I'm not gonna lie, one of my favorite host. He's dead at 79.
79.
R.I.P. Jerry, man.
It's so sad. I feel like we're really getting to a point where a lot of the people that we grew up watching are dying, man.
Yeah,
it's really sad.
It's the cycle of life, innit?
Yeah.
The
so
day
sad.
Judge Judy goes, I'm gonna need a timeout for at least 3 days.
I hear it.
That
might
break
be that
my
Michael
heart.
Jackson's death for me. Actually, I can't lie.
You know what? Michael Jackson's death didn't hit me that
That
bad.
slapped me, boy.
It just shocked me.
That
I just
slapped
didn't see it
me,
coming.
man.
Do you know the reason why it didn't shock me that much? Because when he was doing the tour, they already said that he was ill.
I couldn't sleep for 3
He
days.
had like 50 something shows. I don't know if I'm not even.
I'm not gonna lie. He
I know.
had too many allegations on him, man.
If
He had to pay.
what killed him didn't kill him,
Yeah, sorry.
the tour would have got him.
But do you know
Wait.
what's so mad is that with all those allegations that he had
Jesus.
and all those whatever payments he had to make, looking at his royalties and looking at how much a lot of his stuff are selling for these days, you could have been selling those stuff
Bro,
and still being okay.
He had the masters for who does he have the masters for? It's the Beatles.
The Beatles.
Yeah.
You could have sold that. You would have
No,
been good.
It's not about you could have sold that. It's not no matter what he's got,
he's
what
good for
was
life.
against him. That guy had dumb money.
Let me ask you guys something.
Dumb.
Do you guys think he did it?
Did what?
The allegations.
I don't think he did.
Uh,
I don't
That's
think
my
he did,
answer.
but, you know, whatever.
is that a yes? Is that a yes? I think he did that shit. I
I don't
can't
think
lie.
he did. I really don't.
Do you know what?
I never thought he did, but I can't lie. He did.
Do you know
that
what?
shit.
Yeah,
I think
because there's one case that was very like adamant about the kid coming to his house, and then they was talking about how
Yeah,
he was
detail,
feeling-
man, detail, man.
And I was like, it's too graphic.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, but was it the kid that said it, or was it because of that
It was
case?
the parents.
It was the parents.
It was the parents.
It wasn't the kid.
Anyway,
Anyway,
whatever.
Yeah.
Last thing on the list, from the main news, Top Boy is coming back
For the final season.
for the final season.
Even though I feel that this is a show that should have taken.
No, because we need to. Do you know what? Yeah, I feel like in this series right now, this last
this last season.
one person's got to go. It has to be Deshane or Scully. One of them's got to die.
Isn't his name Sully?
Scully, whatever, man.
It's not Sully. But either way, at the same time, have you thought about Top Boy since the last season?
No.
Not once.
No, but also that's not fair because
I don't need to.
yeah, and that's not fair because we don't think about Stranger Things.
Yeah, we do.
No, you don't.
Why are
I
you
thought
thinking
about Stranger
about
Things
it?
at one point.
But why are you thinking about it?
Before the last season, I'm interested in the show. Before the last season, I was thinking about when's the next one.
I do
Game
hear
of
what you're
Thrones,
saying.
I was thinking about when's the next one.
I do hear what
Top
you're saying.
Boy, not since season 1.
I do hear what you're
Shit.
saying, but I do think it will be a nice season to end all seasons type
Yeah,
season.
it needs to.
You would hope so.
Because obviously as far as we know, the undercover police officers, or have they done that already?
They've done that.
Have they revealed themselves?
Yeah, the issue is.
God.
I think the issue is now is between Sully
Deshane and Sonny.
because obviously Deshane left what's his name alone,
Yeah.
and now Sully went behind his back and killed him. Unless Deshane told him to kill him,
I'm a little bit lost right now.
No.
Because they had
Sully
to
went to go and
kill that boy.
That guy.
guy's name?
Yeah.
and obviously Deshane and him had the deal.
Yeah, they
that,
wouldn't.
That they wouldn't touch him, and he will continue working for him. At the end, he was working for Deshane.
Sorry, I know who you're talking about. Oh, my guy, Michael Wood.
Yeah.
Do you know who? If I tell you who I was thinking of, you man will actually kick me out of this room.
Who
I was thinking of that guy that snitched
With
with
the
the
arm.
daughter. Yeah, and he
Yeah,
had like
man.
an issue.
He had a stroke.
because he was doing
And the arm
drugs,
was gone.
balloons,
Yeah, balloons, yeah.
yeah.
No, not that guy, man.
No,
Not that guy.
yeah,
What's his
yeah,
name?
my
You
guy,
should-
Michael
so
Wood. Yeah.
I don't
my
know.
guy.
You should get
Jamie.
out.
Oh, with
Yeah.
his brothers.
Yeah, so one, I don't know
Oh,
if the brother's
no.
gonna come for revenge.
The little brother will probably rise.
The little brother will rise up.
yeah,
maybe.
But Deshane, I don't know whether Deshane, because Deshane is very, very like
crafty.
So maybe he told Sully like, "Fam, dead this guy, man."
But once
'cause-
again, like what we're saying with Snowfall, I don't think Top Boy has that realistic aspect of it.
It doesn't.
hear it. So
that's
It doesn't.
why- that's why
It
it's
doesn't.
like-
because do you think he should have died,
Who?
Jamie?
Yeah, that's fine. But Deshane and Sully should not still be rolling around the streets.
No.
Deshane should have been gone time ago.
And one of them haven't been to prison yet. None of them have been to
Exactly.
prison yet. You're come on.
But
That's fake.
Wait, it's not fake.
And
It's not
what
fake.
about that guy that the dark skinned guy that had the daughter and he had to run, and the police got him and he was like, "You're gonna inform on us," and he was gonna inform right until the last minute.
No, but
He should have informed
no. But the reason why he didn't inform is because Deshane went to go and meet him and told him.
I know, but is it realistic?
But how would
I feel
you know?
I feel like that for me, the only part that's not realistic for me was the whole why is Deshane and Sully even able to even still be about
But
that. For me, they're above realism.
No,
Them
but
two.
what you need to also understand here is that you're not in this life. So you don't know what is real and what's not real. There's probably people out there that are doing a madness and they still haven't been to jail.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, I don't know. Once again, we said we were going to touch on the music. We're so deep in. Pause. Anyway, next thing on the list is Ashake is coming back to London. Honestly, Ashake, if you don't have the right security in place, we don't want to see you.
So that's the question. Do you think it's too soon for Ashake to come back to London?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Look,
For two reasons, because of 100% what happened at the last.
you shut down one of our locations.
Not only that,
It wasn't his fault. Brixton are just pants and they deserve to be closed a long time ago.
Obviously, that comes with that stays with him. That's
of
not
course.
disappear. Number one. Number two, you haven't done enough to do another show.
Yeah, because you're going to be playing the same songs.
2:30 fair.
Had his album come out?
Yes.
By that time?
Yes. 2:30 fair lose. Not enough.
It's too early.
I'm sorry, you can't do that.
It's too early.
with a show.
Oh, I'm loaded.
Yeah, 100%.
We ain't doing that, bro.
What is mad? Yeah?
Tranquility.
Yeah, come on, let's
What
What he should have done is he should have gone down the route of what Rema's doing, do like a global tour, then come back.
Or even a deluxe. If you gave us a little deluxe of Mr. Money with the Vibe, do you know what I mean?
I don't think we needed it.
Mr. Money with the
I don't
Vibes.
think it already felt like it was already a good body of work. It was already a good body of
that's
work,
true.
so I don't think we needed that. Next thing on the list is Rema. Rema released a deluxe version of his album.
He did indeed.
Yep, Raves and Roses
Ultra.
Me personally, like I said to the guys at the start of the podcast, is that Rema, I've always been on the fence about Rema. The guy is developing to become a great artist.
Yeah.
Global rock star.
But at the same
Very much
time, I feel like his music just isn't hitting for me. He's done a lot of bangers. Bounce would always be a madness when it comes to summertime.
Yeah, there are loads of songs that he has.
He has a lot of songs.
Yeah.
But me personally, I don't know if you guys believe it or not, but I feel like there's something still missing.
Sorry, his numbers are absolutely dumb,
crazy.
stupid.
Yeah.
That's
How many monthly listeners do you think he has?
100 mil.
No,
Okay, probably like 20 mil.
39 million.
Wow.
And the song with Selena Gomez, 674 million.
Yeah, that went viral on TikTok.
That's the remix. The normal version, 374 million.
So-
Yeah,
almost
it
a
went.
billion.
Yeah,
Soundgasm, 90 million. Holiday, 14 million.
It's
Soweto,
past
12 million.
A billion streams.
yeah,
Lord have
yeah,
mercy.
100%.
Right.
Well done to him. Well done to him.
Shout him.
Another thing on the list is Nines Crop Circle 2.
I haven't listened to it.
You haven't listened to it? Okay, we'll touch about it on the.
Can I
next
say my
episode.
piece? Or no? Save it?
Yeah, let's save it.
All right.
Last thing on the list is a question I wanted to ask you both. Yep. So, Quavo's been releasing quite a bit of music recently.
Yep. Greatness and Yizzo.
Yep. After what's his name?
Takeoff's passing.
Takeoff's passing.
Rest his soul.
I'm happy to see him coming back out. But the question I wanted to ask you guys: do you see him actually establishing a proper solo career?
You can.
Do you think it's going to last?
Lasting's a different question.
Well, a proper solo career means it must last.
No, exactly. I feel like he can do a solo career. Whether it will last or not, I think he's probably got a few years in him. But I think he can have a solo career.
Quality
'Cause
music, though.
Essentially, he essentially had a solo career, do a lot of features, I'll say, whilst he was in Migos anyway.
Yes, he was, and he did have his own album. But I think that one, when you're a solo artist out of choice versus by force, he wanted to be a duo. That was the plan.
Yeah.
Him and Takeoff were supposed to be a duo. So him being a solo artist by force, do I think that he has what it takes to do it? No. Because I think right now he's definitely giving us slapdash work. Like,
We're trying to figure it out.
let me just oblige and
Yeah.
do. I actually really like listening to Greatness now. I quite enjoy it. I do quite enjoy the song. It's a nice little vibe. But with what he brought out recently, I just don't want him to become that guy that just is like Flo Rida on these streets. Like,
Yeah.
I actually want quality stuff. I would like to see it. I don't think we will. And I'm kind of okay with him retiring. Like, I am okay with him calling it a day if he wanted to.
Is he okay with himself retiring? Because that money...
But my thing is like, right, you don't want to make up with Offset. Cool, no problem. If you're going to be a solo artist, like, I need to hear something else.
But you saying that he doesn't even want to, like, sort out what he's got with Offset, that's you even applying that duo would even sound good.
I don't think it would, but it's like, as far as like collaborating with your family to make the music that you used to make, or, you know, just being a part of that, like,
it will never be the same.
It will. I know it will never be the same, but it's like, if you're not gonna give us, then don't. Yeah, don't come outside.
Yeah,
Right.
Sorry. I get it. I think that one shouldn't even be an option because it doesn't even work.
Right.
Out of both of them, right now, Offset is the only one that I can see that could actually become a proper solo artist and be very, very good at it.
Honestly, I think all of their times are done.
I don't think Offset's time's done. I don't think it's done yet. I think it's done.
Yeah, maybe it's because right now they're all settled and they're doing their own thing and it's quiet, but
yeah,
I have no anticipation from hearing from any one of them.
Yeah,
truly.
We'll have to see. So, swiftly moving on. So,
Swiftly can't be used anymore at this point.
No, not at this point.
We are moving on.
We are
moving
back.
on. So, in our last episode, we were talking about how we're going through some changes.
We're going through changes.
Do you know what's even
Thank
annoying?
you.
Still don't know that
This
song.
guy, she played the song, yeah.
Oh, yeah? Is it Aussie?
Was it even the Roddy Ricch one that you played me as well?
Was it actually Aussie?
You're talking about something completely different. And yes, it was Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, no. There was another song that she showed me.
Yeah, real ones know. Paramore. Someone did
Did he eat a bat?
No, she showed me Paramore.
Paramore. There was a mix that they
There was
did
a
with
Roddy Ricch
Paramore
one.
and Roddy Ricch. Because real ones know.
No, Toby,
Yes,
it's
that
not-
all
it's
black
not-
people
no,
listen to Paramore.
No, it's a mix. He
It's a
didn't
vibe.
decide to go on the song.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a DJ
mashup. It's
decided
like a mashup.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a vibe.
A DJ definitely decided to mash it up. Anyway, so as we were talking about in the last episode, we were talking about all the different changes that are going on around the world. We are talking about sneakers, fashion, music, culture, all the changes that have been going on. I think like in the past 10 years and even up to now.
Yeah. Yep.
So we're gonna continue in part 2.
Yes,
so
sir.
the next topic we was actually going to talk about was streetwear.
Yep.
Now, as you guys have heard on many occasions, we've spoken about how streetwear is dead. And I feel like that is something that has changed significantly. Not in the sense that streetwear is alive. Streetwear is still dead. Yep. It's dead. It tried to resurrect itself. And I'm not going to lie, it ended up being like Frankenstein and that thing had to die with a stake in the chest.
I think we have to be very clear as what we mean by dead, because streetwear being dead as in it's gone is not the case.
Yes.
It being dead as the thing that's actually still in is not.
Yeah.
It's not as dead as it used to be,
Yep.
but it's not the greatest anymore.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
For sure.
and I feel like one point that we spoke about briefly when we were actually thinking about this episode is why is streetwear dead?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to put dead in regards to it being buried and there's gravel on top and there's a tombstone.
For me, I will say streetwear is categorically dead.
Yes.
Because it's now transitioned from being something which you would see and be like, oh, that's cool, to now just being everyone's everyday.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
everyone's everyday in the past year was like, I don't know, shirt and jeans.
Shirt
Yeah.
and jeans, skinny
You get what I mean?
jeans.
Shirt and jeans. That was everyone's everyday.
100%.
Streetwear was something which was slightly more elevated. It was like, okay, something slightly different, slightly baggier here and there. You might chuck on a different material every
Yeah.
now and then. But now streetwear has become everyone's daily bread.
Yeah, it's their everyday wear.
There's nothing surprising. There's nothing
Yeah.
interesting anymore. And now that brands, and loads of brands that have jumped into it, cross collaboration going crazy.
Yeah.
And everything is purely just streetwear. It's just too familiar.
But do you think that's because of the way things have even changed now? Because, for example, when we were all working remotely,
Yeah.
we weren't buying clothes for work anymore. We were, I think a lot of people were investing heavily in, okay, I don't need to be at work as much. The way me even coming to work has changed. For example, if we compare me and you when we go to work now, every day I wear shirt, trousers. For you, it's a lot more casual than I. You can even sometimes wear issy to work. So
I really agreed with that in the outset, but I don't agree with it anymore. Because I feel like, yes, everyone has transitioned from having to dress very formal all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But essentially, there was always a stark difference between dressing formal elevated streetwear and your casual day to day.
Yeah.
And elevated streetwear was always still something which, and for me, elevated streetwear is like, okay, cool. When you go to a party, you go to day parties, you will see elevated streetwear. You see outfits which are very casual in a sense, but it's like it still looks the part.
Yeah, I hear it.
But now I feel like everyone's standard is that elevated streetwear.
Yep,
You get what
100%.
I mean? Everyone's doing the combats, the oversized clothing, everything. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's no
That's the
longer
norm.
Yeah, there's no longer a space for it. And even when you're looking at what's these designers, these fashion houses,
Yeah.
they will do small things which will be part of that elevated streetwear. But their whole collection is that now.
Yeah.
Everything's oversized. Everything is very casual.
It's all the same
You know
now.
what I mean? And that's not coming from COVID lockdown. It's been a steady transition to that over the years, even before COVID.
I think another thing. Did you want to say something? I think another thing that's impacted streetwear is there's lack of creativity in the scene now, where the way brands are now working is not based off, okay, let's bring this creative director or this designer in that's going to change the landscape of the brand. It's now, okay, what is everyone doing, and let's kind of follow suit with what's going on. Which
But that's always been the case in fashion, though.
not really,
Yeah, it has.
because if I really look at all the different brands and all the different people that have come into the scene and have joined different fashion labels at different times, I feel like they all brought their own different spin on things. For example, Bottega came with its time where it changed the whole landscape of Bottega.
Yeah.
Gucci as well. Gucci had its time when Gucci was popping, and this is in the last 10 years where it came back, it was popping. It was different to everything out there. Same with Dior. Dior brought the saddlebags again. They changed the landscape of Dior. Dior's now doing denim tears and all that type of stuff. Not saying that denim tears was something magical, but when Kim Jones joined Dior, he changed the landscape of Dior. So there's been times where designers have done what they've had to do.
But that's
Even with Fendi as well.
That's not what we're really talking about when we're talking about streetwear, though. And you really think about it, because those are really high fashion brands.
But they've now
delved into streetwear.
But streetwear is streetwear. Because if a fashion label now joins streetwear, you're part of the streetwear culture.
I
now.
wouldn't say that. I wouldn't categorize and say just because Gucci is doing streetwear designs that they're streetwear.
So what do you call it then?
Gucci is still determined. It's still a high fashion brand.
So if they've jumped into streetwear now and they're now now their lines are just streetwear.
But it's not just streetwear though.
It's definitely not just streetwear. They do streetwear items, but I wouldn't. That's the thing, because now you're putting them in the same ballpark as Stussy.
Which they're not.
They're not the same. You know what I mean?
No, come on. They're not
the same.
Because fact of the
Streetwear
matter
Stussy.
is, if that was the case, then Gucci wouldn't be able to do like ball gowns, which they do. Like they come in Met Gala and stuff like that. So they have dresses
Their
and
couture
things like
side
that.
and
Yeah,
everything.
they've got their different parts. But what I will say is that streetwear has definitely become, or it has been for a very long time. When we say streetwear, crepes and all of that stuff, it's become a trend where fashion houses have leaned on and they've just been able to sit on that because hype does the work that they don't have to do. They don't have to be imaginative because people will buy it anyway because it's hype. So,
And it's Gucci.
Yeah, and it's Gucci. So they will make 4 different runs of the Gucci and Adidas gazelles because they know that it's hype that will sell it, not the idea of thinking different or doing anything like mad or outside the box. So I think that would definitely be something that I've noticed. And when we talk about how fashion houses are suffering in terms of the quality that they're bringing out as a result, I think it's down to that fact. So they've been leaning on what streetwear brings as far as the market and the amount of money that it brings quite quickly. So that's the part that I'm just like not really here for. And that generally comes through the stupid collaborations.
But even in saying that, because obviously you guys did say your point in regards to like, okay, these fashion brands also have their couture section, which is obviously the high fashion and the high luxury brands. I get that, if I'm looking at segmenting both sides of their business, is only a small fraction of their business. Do you know the reason why I'm saying it's a small fraction of their business? If you look at generations right now and who is the biggest consumer in the market right now,
It's Gen Z.
It's Gen Z,
It's
which
Gen Z.
which is the younger generation, which are just focused mainly on streetwear culture.
So I just disagree massively because it's not just about streetwear. You've got bags, accessories. That's still a thing that has nothing to that has nothing to do with streetwear. Bags, accessories. You've got jewelry. Then you've got like designer clothes. And yes, we're talking about Gen Z based here, but Gen Z consumers based in say East Asia,
market,
they're not really doing streetwear as much anymore because they realize it's an older trend. They were definitely doing it at the beginning.
They were the early
and they're the earlier ones. Like obviously it's gonna ring through, and there's gonna of course be streetwear culture everywhere all the time. But as far as like saying that streetwear is like holding up these businesses and holding up these fashion houses, we cannot do that. We just can't. There's way too much that is being done outside of this world of streetwear that we're in to just belittle the brands just because this is what they're focusing on at this time.
I did not belittle the brand. All I'm trying to say is that you can see clearly what their main focus is and what a lot of these brands' main focus are. If you look at these pages, I'm not saying that their bags and all that were put to the wayside. I wasn't saying that. We can always see that their the bags, the leather and all that has always been a prominent part of the business. But their main focus, and when you see the front of their pages, the front of their pages isn't their bags. The front of their pages is their streetwear brands.
What's an example? Because I'm just disagreeing
for example,
so much.
like Adidas, in example, Louis Vuitton.
Okay, Adidas we cannot say because that is a sports brand.
Gucci.
You talk about Gucci.
You said
Adidas. You just said Adidas, but
Did I say?
you
I
meant
meant
Gucci and Adidas.
Yeah, Gucci.
If I go onto the Gucci website now,
Okay.
let's see what comes up.
Okay, let's see what comes up.
I mean, I will definitely disagree with that for sure. I feel like what has happened is that because streetwear is such a big thing for, let's talk about us in the room, right? Streetwear is such a big thing for us, and ultimately that's what we see the most of. But as we said, these are high fashion brands that had delved into streetwear.
Yeah.
It's not a situation where that's their main thing. It's just that they see another revenue stream here, and that's the thing that we see a lot. That's the thing that we see the most with these high fashion brands. It's like the face for us, but the face for another part of society is their main bread and butter, the bags, the jewelry, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
like you could talk about places like Dior, you could talk about places like Chanel and stuff like that. I use Chanel as an example. The most that we will see Chanel delve into streetwear for us, but for me personally,
is a trainer.
Was a trainer. Exactly. You get what I mean? Outside of that, there was nothing else that we were really seeing from Chanel. Their bags have steadily increased crazily. I remember seeing someone, I can't remember who it was that showed a receipt of their Chanel bag. Oh no, it was a Dior bag. But someone was on Instagram was showing
Jasmina.
Jasmina, yeah. So she was showing a receipt of her Dior bag that she bought back in 2002. It was like circa 400 or 600
300. Yeah, 300 euros.
That saddle bag is like 2.5k.
Yep.
You get what I mean?
Increasing inflation.
Their main bread and butter is always going to be there. It's just that the face that we're seeing is a streetwear face, and that is the bit that I believe is completely gone. But going back to what you're saying about sustainability, you're completely right. We are now in a generation where, even though that's the face for us, that side of streetwear is not affordable for anyone. You get what I mean? So now it's a situation where, when streetwear was high elevated, like, oh, it's different, I'm willing to pay for that to get that elevated style. People can't afford to pay for elevated style anymore. Now it's just a free-for-all. And that's another reason why streetwear is dead. Because everyone is doing it, and now it's up to a point where, because people can't afford expensive stuff, the things which we'll categorize as more quality,
now people are going to like MDV.
You get what I mean? And now it's just a cycle of just churning out rubbish, churning out absolute ass booty.
I don't agree with you guys, actually. I think that the sustainability issue and people not being able to afford more sustainable clothes is because things are just expensive. And I don't think that necessarily relates to the death of streetwear, because I think that streetwear became so popular that it became a trend that was picked up by both high fashion and fast fashion. And so the exclusivity that used to come with streetwear is gone now because it's a trend for everybody. And that kind of defeats the purpose of what streetwear once was at the beginning, where it was like underground, supreme, if you know type vibes. And I feel like now that is gone, that is where streetwear has kind of died. I don't think it's because people can't afford it, because people always find a way to pay for the things that they really like. I think that the trend exploded, and that is really what's killing it off, is that there's too much of it everywhere, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't agree with the fact that it's too expensive, because there's other brands out there, smaller brands such as what's that brand that I said, MDV, all those different brands which are focused on fast fashion, but they're streetwear brands.
You're saying the same thing as me.
No, but what I'm trying to say is that in regards to sustainability, I'm talking about that people are running to these fast fashion brands, which their quality isn't great. The way the clothes are, me personally, they're not great at all.
But that's not killing streetwear though. They're going to buy streetwear in fast fashion.
I think
what is killing off streetwear is the fact that there's just too much of it everywhere. No one wants to buy a collaboration with a brand because I know that I'm going to get a collaboration again.
For example, Weekdays are a whole store that is a fast fashion store, but their whole premise is streetwear.
You're right.
You don't
fast
have
fashion?
Yeah, guaranteed. Yeah. It's basically H&M. It's fast fashion. But Weekday specifically, for example, a lot of stuff that you see Weekday was the stuff that you would get from like Supreme. And Stussy, like really
thrifting.
niche.
Yeah.
If you know what you know, you can get this there. But now there's a whole store that just sells basics of that stuff. Like, it's not a situation where you have to go to Supreme to get a sweatshirt like this or go to Cold Buxton because it's got a different shape.
Right.
You can literally walk down to Weekday and they'll have 5,000 of them waiting for you.
And that's why I feel like it's dead, because it's just everywhere. And it just gets like that. Like, there are loads of things like that. There are loads of trends, if I think off the top of my head, that started in the same way when we used to wear peplum tops and suits and jackets into clubs, and that was the vibe. Jeffrey Campbell's as well, the women will know, or Jeremy Campbell. Jeffrey Campbell.
Those were terrible.
Campbell's were absolutely awful, but when fast fashion grabbed that silhouette and took that design, and then block shoes was what it was, then we all stop wearing it. That's just how it goes with trends. So I genuinely feel like that is what's killed it off. But separately though, I do think that as far as this idea of like us being able to afford sustainable clothes, shopping in places like COS, Massimo, places where the clothes are better
higher
quality and that lasts a little bit longer. For COS, maybe.
Massimo's good quality as well.
Fair enough. That these brands are kind of like where we would need to shop to shop more sustainably. No one can afford that shit anymore. So I definitely feel like they're two separate issues. I think streetwear is dead because streetwear became popular, stupidly popular, and that's the only thing I think that would kill it off.
Do you also think streetwear is dead because the icons are gone?
Do you mean the brand icons?
What
just
do you
like
mean by
icons,
brand? Icons like Kanye West, Virgil's obviously died.
Of
I wouldn't call Pharrell a proper icon in the last 10 years.
You have to.
No, when I say icon, I'm talking about in the last 10 years, the face, like the proper face of fashion was Kanye West, Virgil Abloh. Who else can I also put in that? It was basically them two in the past 10 years that have pioneered a lot of streetwear to where it is.
The name of the guy that owns Supreme as well. I can't remember his name, but him and what he did. The guy that owns the Hundreds as well.
What about Tremaine? Does he get involved?
Yeah, he can get involved, but I wouldn't like. I think Denim Tears is still like still low key.
It's not
but also he's the creative director for Supreme as well.
Yeah, now
he is.
Only recently, and it's not
like
he has not been doing well.
Yeah, he doesn't. Well, like, even when I hear his name. Like, his work hasn't given me that buzz for me to be like, okay, yeah, you are like an icon.
I do think Pharrell should be included.
The reason why he can't be included is because if you look over the last 10 years in regards to what, for me, I'm talking like a proper disruptor in the fashion scene. He's always been doing his thing low key. He's done very well. Like I said, he's one of my inspirations as well. But if I'm talking like a proper disruptor in the whole scene right now, it's been Kanye and Virgil.
That's fair.
So now that those two main people, which I'm not going to lie, have kind of like is the word architected? Is it architected?
That doesn't sound right.
It doesn't sound right. But
I get it.
From an architecture point of view, they've kind of like written the roadmap in the past 10 years. Now that they are gone, what is then? It feels like everyone is still like hell bent on what they were doing before.
I guess so. I think the next thing in terms of like what streetwear is now going to evolve into, it has to go back to an element of exclusivity. There has to be 100%. A desire for something.
Yeah.
And I think we're looking at.
Cortez is doing?
That's what I was going to say. We're looking at Cortez. We're looking at we're looking at Cole Buxton.
Well.
To a degree, there is a level of exclusivity. To a degree,
they've got a community.
Between the price.
That's what I was going to say. It's a community that they've got.
It's not. it is still quite exclusive in the sense that like there is a bit of a chase for certain items.
Not really.
Nah, the thing is,
readily
they're
available.
trying. I feel like they're
Readily
trying to
available.
do that now, but they probably come too late in what they were doing. I feel like if they did that at the beginning, where they've done the drop where they drop the code at first, and then that goes to
what
the
they
Discord.
were doing. They sent
they drop the code at first with a Discord group and the email list, and then it goes to the wider public. And but they've done that too late. Like if they did it early, then cool. But I feel like Cold Buxton has built a very, very strong community, and it does have that streetwear aspect of it. This is a community focused brand that likes to pour into their community, not pour into their community, but they've got a cult following.
Yeah.
Would they be counted as streetwear?
Yeah.
Okay,
they're streetwear. They're like sport luxury streetwear.
So that's why I had to just double check. But yeah, I guess so. Streetwear, fine. So yeah, I feel like we need more brands like that provide that curiosity, that get us excited. And I don't really think we're getting that from anyone at the minute. And then the bigger brands are just following the little brands, waiting for them to do something else.
I think maybe what we're probably not looking at is the way fashion has now changed, because Tobi said a really good point where a lot of brands now are more community focused brands now, where not like before where it was hype and exclusivity. Now it's more what I'm seeing right now in regards to brands like Cortez, Cole Buxton, UVU, all of these brands. They are building a huge following based off their community, really like having like a purpose around their brand and building it that way, and that's what's kind of working right now. Cortez has got the maddest cult following I've ever seen in my life.
But his cult following is based off of the hype and exclusivity element of it. But I definitely, it is 100,000%. Because the reason why is that if you wanted a Cortez drop, you have to
wait until they unlock
the website. You have to get the passcode through your email, no other way. And their Instagram page was private for the longest time. You couldn't just shop Cortez if you wanted to. You had to wait for them to accept you before you could follow the brand. So there was an element of exclusivity there. And he doesn't accept refunds, like nothing like that. Once it drops, it drops. Once it's gone, it's gone. The website's locked.
And plus, at the same time, there's people that get the codes early too. Yeah. So you getting the code early, you bragging rights essentially.
Yeah, I get that. I think it's a bit different. I wouldn't call it 100% exclusivity, because if you get access to the code or whatever it is, like you said, that's where they've probably created their sort of exclusivity, where obviously if you're signed up to their mailing list, you get the code and you get you actually get access, because if you don't get the code through the mailing list, you don't get access. But if you go onto the website, like,
if you're about limited numbers,
limited numbers. It's not like limited in that sense.
I never saw streetwear something that was super limited. It was hard to get. That was the aspect of it.
That's limited.
No. There's difference, because the thing is, the reason why I say that is the difference, because, for example, Supreme was hard to get. They did have stock. It was just how it was hard to get, and I think that's the aspect of streetwear. The only difference between Cortez and Supreme is that you do not log onto a website and everything's sold out instantly. That's the only difference. For
certain pieces,
they're
maybe gone.
Yeah, certain pieces, yeah. But that's the only difference. That's why I say that there's still that aspect of it. That's why I still deem it as exclusivity.
It's an exclusivity thing. That's not a community thing in my opinion.
They do have a community, but it's exclusive.
Yeah, but it's not the same as Cole Buxton, and the Cole Buxton, the running brand as well, that goes alongside the owners. It's not the same, but that it doesn't need to be the same. I do hear your point that community is a big focus. I kind of feel like when it came to smaller businesses, it has always been quite purpose led.
Yeah.
But it's definitely something that we're seeing a lot more of, and people are very willing to, once they find a particular brand, Cole Buxton being one for you guys as well. If you find a particular brand and you believe in what they believe in and you like the codes, that's you, and you can happily shop there all the time. So I definitely think that there's that. But I do think, as far as streetwear continuing, we do need more of a community element, and we definitely need something that's going to excite us and make us feel like, oh shoot, this is something that I need to get. I think that's the only thing that will kind of take us there. But yeah, that's it really. Should we move on?
Yep.
So the next thing that we wanted to talk about was the culture.
Yeah.
This one is a tricky one, but let's just start with it. So one of the things that we noticed that has changed is partying.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And you guys went out yesterday.
Yes.
So I can ask you guys this question. Partying doesn't hit the same. Is it us?
I think 60% is us.
60.
60% is us.
It's more than
it has to be.
60,
Yeah, it has
What
to
do you
be
think?
more than 50. I have to say.
It's more than 60.
Majority of us.
We're just growing up.
Yep.
It's not our time right now. Man.
Yeah,
it's not our time right now. Like all the times when we used to see, and the thing is, I don't give a shit about calling these people out. Like when you see like 3 shots of tequila and them, man, like when I was looking at them when they were doing their thing, I was like, you guys are a bit old. I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that point where I'm getting to that point where I'm like, you are coming
Little
close.
like bias, boys and girls.
No, I wouldn't say that because
Yeah.
if I was an Agbaya, it's because I'm still trying to force myself to still like relive that.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to. I know I'm phasing out.
Vibes. But the thing is,
I know I'm phasing out.
I think that's the thing. I feel like what's happening with parties is that the element of partying now, is just not of a priority anymore, and the level of partying too. So the level of being out in a club, or not a club but a bar, and music blasting, that kind of stuff doesn't excite me anymore.
Music
either.
blasting.
It doesn't excite me anymore.
Blasting.
What's wrong with your ears?
No, I don't know. I can't, like, it doesn't.
He said blasting.
I'm not serious yet. Before I could be the dance and I'll just be enjoying myself. I could be there for the whole night.
Yeah.
Once my 1 hour and a half block is done, like
An hour and a half. You only got 90 minutes.
boring. That's a solid 92. Understand
that, like,
drenched.
I'm
90. I'm saying,
Trust.
but
go.
like the whole idea of that, like the type of partying that I'm willing to do now is just not the same. And I don't think I'm not sure if that's related to the party scene, because the party scene is still there. It's just that our age has shifted to another level of partying now.
Yeah, and I feel like the parties that I've been to, and this is me just talking about the whole scene in general,
Right.
is that it's not catered to me anymore.
Right.
It's catered to. So that time where I was going to parties, I'm now a lot older.
So what age are we talking here?
We're talking about like 25,
20 to 27.
Oh, yeah,
24 to 26.
24 to 27 was a sweet spot.
24 24 to 28.
Yeah, 28, 28. Yeah, 28.
So
I can take that.
I think parties,
Because I'm there now, but it's because I hang out.
Yeah, it's 'cause you hang out
Yeah,
with
that's
old
why.
Bunch of older
That's why.
pensioners.
the parties that are out right now, I think just really cater to that age group.
Yeah.
I don't think it's even one of those ones where the parties develop and they cater to this group. This is a sweet spot.
Yeah.
So whenever people transition into the 24 to 28, you're having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're having a very good time. But once you phase out to 29
Man.
and then life starts to hit you, okay, I need to get my shit in order right now.
So shout out to Charles. Charles said something very, very real yesterday.
Shout out, Charles.
It's just come back to my mind now. And you know when was it you or Kesi just said just now about your priorities have changed now?
Yeah.
So Charles basically saying that people go to parties and the ones that are still out here partying at this age are running away from
their responsibilities.
demons.
No, what he said they're running away from the self-talk.
Their thoughts.
Yeah.
Their
I was
thoughts.
like,
They don't want to hear themselves think.
They don't want to say.
They don't want to stay
They don't wanna hear
alone
themselves think.
and reassess their lives.
I sat there, we were laughing hard for
Yeah,
this year
but
because it was
you
crazy.
beat it.
But it's actually, I feel like it might
true.
be true.
You're on the run from something.
Because it's like your priorities have definitely changed
Yeah.
for sure. Like you're trying to do other stuff which need more brain power.
You're trying to
Let's
grow.
say, e.g., make more money, get to the next level, buy your own place if you want to, start a business or grow your career, whatever
Yeah.
it is that you're doing at this age. And partying cannot be a significant part of
Be
that
all
anymore
and end all.
because of your energy. You
Yeah.
can't give all your energy to a
It's
party.
too much. It
I
takes
remember
too
back in
much.
the days we used to go partying every bank holiday weekend.
Hello,
we'll do
you're out every single day.
That's not a
Saturday,
possibility anymore.
Sunday, and Monday.
It's not possible anymore.
You cannot.
So he was basically saying that those that are still able to do that at this age are what the party scene is still based for. You guys
Yeah.
are the ones that still got the energy for that. But
Yeah.
yes, you are probably fighting your demons, or you
Right.
can't sit there with
You
your
can't
thoughts
do-
because
you can't-
it's just too much.
I'm not gonna lie, the way Charles
It's
said
too
that
much to
yesterday
bear.
was so hilarious because it's so true.
It's real, yeah. And I agree. I do agree. I agree.
With the idea that people can't sit with their thoughts.
Yeah. I agree. I think last year for me, like, I still wanted to party
Yeah.
and I wanted to get my rocks off. Like, I was having a good time. I was having a bloody good time
Yeah.
out there. But there was a point where I needed to sit down and say, Kesi, you've got things to do.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to do that. So I continued shaking ass.
Mate, it's mad.
It's mad. It is real. However, in saying that though,
Yeah.
You said it's 60% us.
Yeah,
70.
Or 40%.
Or 70%.
So I'm
I
saying-
believe that other 30 to 40%
has its own situation too.
there's something wrong with the party
There's a
scene.
stronghold.
Yeah.
In the now, if I say this out loud, someone will say to me, I don't go to different places, and
Yeah.
I really don't want to hear
And
that.
I'm sick and tired of hearing that too.
I really don't want to hear that.
Because
But
Kesi be in different spaces.
yeah, I'd be out here, all right. But
was there.
I've tried, I've
I was
checked,
part of
I've
them.
checked.
You sound like
So-
an old vixen.
She's like, I got the
I was
t-shirt.
there back
I've
then.
got the
Don't worry,
t-shirt.
on the down
It
stuff.
says I've been there.
I was right there.
I
with
was
y'all.
outside, trust. So there's
You
this
ain't
whole
up
thing
on
of like,
this.
it's this whole thing of like, oh, DLT, they always do the same thing. Recess, they always do the same thing. Don't get twisted. It's the same thing, and it way is different. It's a party
Party
in
is
a
the same
different
thing.
place,
Yeah.
in a different time, different space. But that is what a party is.
Mm-hmm.
That is the process of a party. What do you want
What more
to
do
change?
you want? You
What
want a
do you
carnival?
want?
Do you know what? Yeah.
What do you want?
There was a point in time for me, and now 2020 hindsight,
Right.
I was like, man, it's the DJs, man. It's the DJs.
Yeah.
It's the DJs, yeah.
You know? And then more DJs came out.
Yeah.
And
they was doing the same
no,
thing.
it's not. No, it wasn't that they were doing the same thing. I've now acknowledged right now as you're talking,
It's
an
not the DJ
epiphany.
sometimes.
It's not the DJ.
Yeah.
So who is it?
It's me.
You're the problem, yes.
I'm the common denominator.
Okay,
The reason
okay.
why is because every DJ has its own specialty.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Fair enough.
RBC, AAA, they all have their own specialties. Raynon has his own specialties. They all
Gyro
do their
Fiasco.
own thing. Yeah? So, when I come to the dance and they're playing their set, of course they're going to play that music because that's their specialty.
That's their specialty.
So,
It's
when
true.
someone's playing Bashment, it's not me.
Yeah.
It's not them that's the problem. They're doing their thing. It's me. Because
Right.
my ears are not fine-tuned to that
But it's
music.
not just about playing different songs that you don't particularly care for. It's about the vibe in which we create, i.e., Afrobeats. Good example.
Yeah.
We all like a bit of
Oh, yeah.
Afrobeat. But when you play that Afrobeat song that you shouldn't be playing and expect me to dance, it's not right.
So-
I like a bit of Dami Duro. Do I need to hear it in the dance? No way.
I've
Come
just
on.
thought about this. Is it because we think it's too predictable now?
It is
We
very
know
predictable.
how the party's going
You
to
know how it goes.
Yeah.
Before we'll come into a party and it's just like,
What?
whatever happens. We'll be pre-drinking before we get to the party.
Yeah.
We do not care where we land. Ultimately, it's when you get into the party, you're just enjoying yourself, free for all. Whatever music is playing.
We didn't
because you're
even
already on a
pre-drink
level.
yesterday.
You're good. I got to the party and I can tell you right now, I categorically can say exactly how this party goes. You get in, it's hot, it's packed. Bar is packed. You need to get a drink to get on the level of everyone else.
Which is about
Yeah.
30
You're
30
waiting
minutes.
about 30 minutes to get a drink. You probably get your drink. You try to go back to your space that you're at.
It's
now you
hard.
have to try and get back into the vibe of
Yeah.
it. Music's not really playing as well. You've missed your set. I
Yeah.
can say we've missed our set.
You
we
missed
missed our
hip-hop,
set.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
your set is happening whilst you're at the bar
Exactly.
waiting for
Yeah.
your drink.
Set's
Yeah.
missed, so now that's another hour or so you've got to wait because the DJ needs to take over.
going
to
through
play
his
your
rounds.
set.
Yeah.
It's waiting through. So you have to go outside. Vibe is low. Your set finally comes. You rush back in. Now the whole dance floor is packed, jam packed. You're trying to get in. The time that you have to get in now because you're trying to get to your space.
takes a 10-minute
and to get
warm-up.
back into it is about 10-minute warm up. So you've only got about 20 minutes of
Yeah.
your set left.
Yeah.
After that 20 minutes is done, it's slow jams. It's coming
Yeah.
to the end of the night. What is there left to do,
Man, when-
we can predict the night too
Yeah.
much now.
I'm
You're
not-
not going there excited to say I'm just gonna enjoy myself and do what I want. And
'Cause
there's people that are there that are doing that, but those may be the people that can't
Running
sit
those.
That are
down
running
with their
those.
thoughts.
Do you know what's mad?
You know what I mean?
Do you know what's mad? Going to an event now has now become a job.
Okay, come on, guys.
No. I have to be real. I have to
That
be
is
real.
what is
Because-
laborious.
No, because I'm not gonna lie. When you go to an event, these are the roles you play.
Right.
Security guard, because you have to
Okay.
push people off you.
Right.
People are elbowing you.
Right.
People are trying to have a good time, and guys like, oh. I'm like, where did you get that strength from?
Frazzled.
And you're small.
Everyone's
Of
strong in the
course.
party.
Cool.
Everyone's strong at the
Everyone's strong
party.
at the party.
Everyone's
Cool.
strong at the
I
party.
also have to be a waiter. So yesterday, Tobi was the one I got drinks because obviously everyone can't stand in the queue because
Right.
that is another stupid thing. Why are 10 people? You're all part of the same group. You're all going to get your drink.
Why
you're
are you
all in the
there?
queue?
And by the way, why are you doing shots at the bar?
Oh,
Yeah.
Carry them out.
no.
man.
Another
Get your
thing.
drink and move.
Another thing that
There's a line there.
I do it, but
I'm not gonna lie. Another thing I don't like here is when people are dancing with the other half while they're in the queue. I'm holding a drink.
And all you can feel
The girl's whining
Yeah.
the guy, now the guy is trying
the
to
thing
come
is-
back on you. And you're pushing them in there.
No. And what is so mad, yeah, I'm actually having a general conversation with someone, and then I'm just saying, hey! And I'm looking behind me, and the guy's about to do the Matrix.
And the girl's doing,
Yeah. So yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
Someone's holding a guy like this,
So
and the girl's there like,
I think for me, I'm playing the security card waiter. I'm also playing identifier as well, because you know sometimes you might be found in a sticky situation where you might find people that are trying to hunt you down.
That's the thing. So I've noticed, I'll be turning around and enjoying myself in a party, and you see someone that looks like they're having a serious altercation,
right?
And it might be one of your people, so you don't know what to do.
Right?
Am I having a good time, or do I have to stand on guard just because someone's about to hunt me? Let's think. The party has become too predictable for us.
Yeah,
we can tell every scenario now.
Yeah.
What is there new to learn?
Yeah,
I do think it's I do think it's predictable, yeah. But everything as far as like enjoyment is predictable. Like a bar. Hold on. Be at one is predictable. You know what you're getting when you go there.
Yeah.
You're getting your 2-for-1 cocktails, and you're hearing Sean Paul, a bit of R&B, Beyonce if you're lucky. The night is done. You shake ass and you go home. When you go Wetherspoons, it doesn't matter. It's the same vibe. You get the same cheap food with the same cheap drinks. You have a little mosey. There's some white people. And you go home. You go O'Neill's, same vibe. You everywhere you go, it's the same vibe.
Do you know the difference?
That 70% increase to 85 now.
Yeah, 100%.
With that knowledge.
Yeah. Do you know what's so mad? Is that one thing I will also say, going to an event, it's a different experience for a guy and a woman.
Okay.
I think it's different because with guys, and the thing is, I know women, they have their women and women in general, they don't see eye to eye at first sight. Yeah. There's always a battle. Okay. But you're generally going to have a good time.
Right.
You guys having a good time.
Right.
With a guy, there's a lot of ego in the air.
Yeah.
So you can't just be like doing this. You can't be doing that. You kind of have to strategically move around. If I'm having a good time, okay, Ashake's coming on. Everyone knows. Everyone could go mad.
I can't be too excited.
You can't be too excited.
I'm excited.
You can't be too excited.
Because I can't show my true self.
And that's a real shame.
You can't be your true self.
Okay.
There has to be a bit of ego in the air. Because fam, because you know the way people budge you at events, and this is even guys that will budge other guys. Yeah. You have to come with a fam, like chill. Okay, I hear what you're saying, but let's not go too far. We've already gone. Let's not go too far.
What is the change?
What is as far as the clubbing scene goes, and like what we're dealing with, we're talking about specifically, we are black people between the ages of 25 to 30, right? And we live in London, or London adjacent, yeah? So what's happening in this environment? Okay. I feel like there are only 3 main people that are doing things, 3 to 5 people that are doing things that are popular enough that can hold the people that want to come and enjoy themselves. Yeah. And we get the same thing every time. And we hope for different things each time. I don't understand why. I don't understand why, because you're going to get the same thing when you go to the same party, see the same people, confusing. And also like, what else do I think is the problem? Do you know what, Kesi I'm going to use Kesi's example. Okay. And we were talking about influencers in the scene, where because there's not so many and it's been kind of gate kept. So if you're looking for someone, for example, a comedian, because there's only so much people that have been let through, you can only go to those people. Right. So in the scene right now, there are parties out there, but there are 5 main ones that are out there that are big. If there's no other ones that can actually come through, you have no choice but to go to these ones. And because they know we're going to feed the 1,000. The streets. Mm-hmm.
They don't have to change much.
We don't have to do much. We've got a proven formula. They don't have to change much, but also they can't change it too much because they've got a lot of people to cater for. Mm-hmm. Whereby, if I use Slow Jams with A as an example, you're looking at maybe 300 to 500 people. Yeah. That you need to impress. You can afford to do alternative stuff. Yeah. There was actually a party that got introduced recently by A Chibs and some other DJ called Shindig Nights. And the idea is that it's supposed to feel like a shindig, like a house party. Chill, alternative music gets played there. It's a nice, different vibe. The vibe that they play and the music that they play is going to be completely different to what they play at a DLT, because they need to cover all the bases of there are 4,000 people, or however many people, 3,000 people in Box Park. Yeah. You need to cover dancehall. Yeah. You need to cover Afrobeat. So. You need to cover Amapiano. You need to cover hip hop. You need to cover R&B, and you need to cover old school music for the old heads, right? And Alte. You need to try and find a way to do it. So what do we get?
We get someone like
That
RBC
same
who can cover
predictability.
all the bases.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what happens. That's just how it goes. And like for me, like for me in my mind it's just like, okay, well that's just what
That
it is.
makes
Like that's what you
sense,
have.
yeah.
That's what you accept.
But the thing is, it's always been like that. So once again, that's what I'm saying.
Nothing's changed.
That 70% has now gone up to 99.
No. So I
us.
think
It's us.
yeah, the issue is us.
Nothing-
We've changed.
changed.
No, we've changed.
We've just phased out.
We've changed.
We phased out because I definitely feel like, and we've said this, and I think this is definitely a very good point. Yeah, we said this on another episode.
Yeah.
We're getting to the point where generic
Yeah.
isn't us anymore. You know, when you get to a point in life, yeah, as you get older. no, when I'm talking about when you get to
You're finding out what you like more.
yeah,
What you
and
like,
now
yeah.
we've kind of found like we've now become the people that we are. We've now identified, and we're still searching
learning,
and
still
still
growing,
learning
yeah,
and
yeah.
still growing. But we've now figured out, okay, this is why I like. This is why I like. This is why I like.
Yeah.
This is why I like.
Yeah.
And you're now starting to also figure out what you don't like anymore.
Yeah.
And in you knowing that, for example, when you get to an event, you don't like bashment. So when you get to an event and bashment, you're like, it's time to go home because who am I whining here? Like, I don't even like the music that I'm hearing.
Not who am I whining?
No, 100%. Who am I whining here? Because, fam, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm
so
over there.
What's the point?
I can't do
so
anything.
I think that's sorry, that's what's happening now.
yeah.
So even me going into an event where it's basically a start and stop. Like
Yeah.
it's like your Audi where you can have the start and stop
Shit.
machine.
Oh,
It's like that.
sorry.
No.
I thought you said it was brought down.
No.
What?
No,
My car is fine.
In a sense that I now know what I like in
Why
regards
do
to
you use your car? Your car has the same feature. Everyone's car here has the same feature. Man says
don't
like
know.
your Audi. I don't even have the Audi anymore.
Do you know what? I actually should have used my smart. 'Cause
You should've used your
my
smart.
has the delayed one.
Hey, let's talk about it right
No,
quick.
wait,
yeah?
no, we don't need to talk about my
What?
smart.
It's not
Please,
start,
no.
stop.
MBT.
Yeah, it's start, stop.
It start stop, yeah, but the stop, it has no problem to stop. To start again at the roundabout, at the traffic light. It doesn't matter where you are. You think it cares?
Is that the delayed accelerator too? Because the A class has delayed accelerator.
No. But what you need to understand, a smart car isn't actually a car.
Ah, it's hard.
It's a scooter.
It's a go kart.
It's a scooter.
It's
Yeah.
a scooter. It's a scooter.
Yeah,
It's
but
got
Anyway-
a scooter's
It's
engine. Yeah.
Go back to what
So
you
what I'm
said.
trying to say is that
999.
now that I know what I like and I don't like, like even when I go to an event, like even when you go to an event, yeah, there's supposed to be this continuous like momentum and movement
Yeah,
throughout the event.
yeah.
So you drink regularly to keep that momentum. If you like to drink, the music, you're dancing continuously.
You catch a vibe, yeah.
That's it. Nowadays, I'm now experiencing less of the Magic Roundabout vibe, the DLT vibe. It's more like, okay, I hear Afrobeat stops. I hear another genre. I'm not dancing to the genre, so I'm gonna stand in the corner.
Yeah.
Then I have to bring up that energy again when they bring up another type of music.
Cause he lives, number one. Before you go to the party, you understand that you're not going to freely spend the way you used to, and it's not effective. It's not cost effective for you to freely
But-
spend. Let me finish. So, at Magic Roundabout, all those kind of places, you'll pre-drink, you'll get to the dance, you buy as
drink
many
some
drinks
more.
as you want, you drink, you stay on a level. You go to there thinking, okay, cool. I know that I'm going to probably get the same music on that, but because I'm on a level, I'm just here to enjoy myself. You haven't really thought about partying before you got to the party.
So this is the thing that you guys are saying, which is interesting to me. Everything that you said just tells me that you man think too much,
Maybe.
and that's the problem. But like you said, the experience is different when you're a
100%
guy,
now. It's from 99 to 100.
and that's cool. So now
It's us.
I'm telling you, it's actually you, because when I think of like the experience that me and Nicole have, for example, yeah, that's my partying dog,
Shout out to
Jai
Nicole.
partners, shout out to Nick, baby. When we go out, our vibe, if we pre-drink,
If you saw what I was about to say, yeah. If you saw what I was about to
what were you gonna say?
Huh?
What were you gonna say?
You guys are still holding on.
The thoughts are calling. Nobody's answering. Just joking. But yeah, so if me and Nicole go out, yeah, we gas ourselves.
It's
do you know what I mean?
it's spontaneous for them.
But if it's not spontaneous, like we're going out next week, that's been planned, right? We know we're gonna enjoy ourselves. We're gonna have a good vibe, man. The sun's out. You check the weather, whatever. You listen to the right songs.
I heard it's raining.
We have specific. It's not gonna be raining on that day. We have specific songs that we listen to. We catch a vibe. Like you make a thing of it, and then when you get there, whatever happens, regardless, this is what me and Nicole always say to each other. Yeah, doesn't matter where we go. We are the vibe. So we're gonna have a good time regardless. No matter where we go, we're gonna have a good time.
But the difference is, and I don't know why my mind does this, but what the difference I've known between me and you and Nicole are listening to everything.
Yes.
Me, Bashman.
So
Tobi
again,
Bashman.
like I
We ain't
said,
listening to that.
100%, right?
It's
you.
us.
So
Yeah.
me, I don't particularly like. I can listen to
I can accept
dancehall.
that.
I don't mind dancehall. I can listen to dancehall. I like it. I'll, do you know what I mean? I'll never save a dancehall song. I do have quite a few, but I say that to say. Nicole doesn't really listen to dancehall like that, but we'll catch a vibe. Like the key is to catch a vibe.
Yeah, but
you don't need to
catch
whine.
the-
I
catch-
obviously
yeah,
I don't
but
whine
you
with
catch
guys
the
and
vibe
whatever.
To dancehall, it's not the same if a guy catches.
Yeah,
it.
it's
a
true.
guy can't move waist. What am I supposed to do? Gun fingers the whole damn night.
And wait, no, that's dead. And the thing is, another thing, girls.
Go
can
with
whine-
it, go
wait,
with it.
wait.
Why didn't
No,
you go?
why?
No, because
why?
there's only that song coming. That's it.
I know.
And the
why are
thing
you doing
is,
that anyway?
They're doing that for an hour.
Girls.
Every song. Why would it?
And no, actually, you know what? Let me say it this way because I want to be very politically correct. I'm not saying guys can't whine on guys.
No, they
But-
can't.
No, yes, they
Oh,
can.
sorry.
Certain guys
Maybe
can
they
whine on
could
guys.
if they
Yeah,
wanted
maybe
to.
they
But
can.
as
Maybe.
a-
No,
yeah,
sorry.
yes,
Pause.
Yes.
There's
yes,
this. Yes, they can.
As a yes.
Yes.
As a
Pronouns.
as a heterosexual man.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank
I'm
you.
not going to whine on
Exactly.
another guy.
Of course
Yeah.
not.
But women, whether they are lesbian, wherever they are, heterosexual, they can still whine on each other and still have a good time.
Yeah.
I can't do that
And
because
a
of
lot of bashment is whining music.
yes.
Yeah. Look, I hear that, and I don't disagree with that.
But it's totally us.
But it's you still.
So,
So
anyone
we
that
have
feels like
changed.
there's changes in the
I've-
partying scene right now,
It's you.
It's you, but also I do feel like similarly, day parties and parties in general need to do a bit more. Like, don't be afraid to elevate yourself, and also don't be afraid to play more music.
Try something new.
Yeah, try something new. That's something is that yes, it is getting predictable, but also like they are leaning on the fact that we go there expecting the same thing.
Do you know what's even mad? And yeah, I can actually say this. What is mad is that there's only been a handful. I can't even say a handful, half a hand. Yeah, full of times where in Gunner's prime,
Yeah.
there was only a handful of times,
That I heard Gunner outside.
and in
It was
his
rare.
prime,
In
in
his
his
prime.
prime. So this is what I'm saying.
Yes,
yeah?
agreed.
An artist that was definitely he had everybody in. God
But that's
forbid,
the thing. But he didn't
I was
have
about
everyone
to,
in
no,
the
I was
show
about to
code.
say something. No. I was about to say in a
soul tie?
in a noose or where it is.
Hey,
where
God
it is.
forbid.
Yeah,
Take
no,
it
sorry.
there now.
But no. But what I'm trying to say is that the same way you're playing Dream and Nightmares, yeah, or wherever it is, Dream Chasers, Dream and Nightmares,
Yeah,
wherever it
Dreams
is,
and
yeah.
Nightmares.
You
To
could have
this day.
swapped
It's a
that.
breath of times like this to ride like
100%.
this.
You could have swapped that with a quick gunner for at least 2 minutes.
But the thing is, yeah, we need to wrap this up. But not everybody was listening to Gunner like that, man.
But I know
It's just an example, though.
I hear it,
There's
but
something else. There's always something else you can
But
switch it for.
there's always something else you can
Switch
do.
it. That's what I'm
and
saying. You can do. Switch
even
it.
though
dare
everyone
you.
wasn't listening to Gunner, I think there and then it would have put people on Gunner.
There was a time and a place for Gunner to be played, and he would.
100%.
Just like there's
So-
a time and a place to switch a whole set and a party. Switch
Okay,
it. I
brother.
dare you. It will change your life.
Think about it. Maybe get rid of
Mate.
Bashman for good.
Switch. I didn't
Anyway,
say
No,
that.
guys.
they can't.
Course
You
not,
did. I
course
didn't say
not.
that.
They
But
can't.
you know, if you do
But
want
Toby
to do that,
agrees
I'm
with
gonna
that
be
person
mad.
that
I
said
get
that.
it.
I'm
I
gonna
get
be
it.
mad.
All right, guys, that brings us to the end of this episode. We actually thought we weren't going to be talking for that long, but
Yeah.
look at us
That-
chatting off.
Yep.
Yappity yap. All right, guys, we
Thank you
need
for
to head
making it this
home.
way.
But yes,
Yeah, man.
if you have reached this point, thank you for being such a real one. We hope you've enjoyed this conversation this week. This has been episode 127. You know where to
Bow.
find us on socials. You can follow us Twitter, SoundCloud. Let me start again. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok by searching Happen Then Some. And you can listen to us on SoundCloud, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts by searching Happen Then Some. And you can watch us on YouTube by searching Hype and Then Some. MBT, any other business?
Yeah, we do. We need to delete that Twitter. We ain't using that Twitter. We need to delete that Twitter.
We do need to delete that
Because
Twitter. and
I'm not
need to
gonna
do
lie,
something
we
with
don't. No, we don't need Twitter. We don't need Twitter because that isn't
We
a
can't
main
be asked
platform.
there, man.
Twitter.
not
I'm
out
sorry, Elon. Fuck off.
I'm not sorry.
Anyway, this is episode 127. We're hyping then some, and we're out. Enjoy your bank holiday.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.